The following broadcast is being brought to you with express permission by Grampy Lobster Studios, Clam Shack Chili House, and Hot Wiener Emporium. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or copying anyway, please. We got a legal team behind us, folks, so don't fuck with us. Anyway, Grampy Lobster here, folks. This, fuck. Anyway, hey, what am I saying? Hey, folks, it's great to see everybody in here who's ever in the house. People here. Libra, Druid. Hey, how's everybody doing? I told everybody that we're going to go in a different direction here at Lobster Studios, Clam Shack, Chili House, and Hot Winter Emporium because, like I said, we brought back the Clam Shack and the Chili House, folks. We got everybody back. We're doing it's a brand new ball game here at Lobster Studios, folks. I'm going to tell you right now. You know, big enough. How you doing, Pernella? You know, I'm fashioning my Geek Sluts t-shirt. Hopefully, one of these days I'll earn enough to get that $30 in the geek room. But that's not even about the geek room, and that's not about what anything's going on tonight, folks. Boy, howdy, we've got something. We've got some fun, folks, and we're starting out here. Why are you a robot today? I don't understand that. Anyway, yeah, get me a lobster cap. Somebody buy me a lobster cap. Get Grampy Lobster, lobster hat, It's an idea. But it's baseball season, Red Sox. I guess so I got my dirty S. My mic is crackling. God damn it. I'm pissed. It might be. Is it bad? Fuck. See, here we go, folks. This is crackle. Wow. Well, let me see something. Boy, I really feel bad now. Never mind. Damn. Let's see if I can fix that. Because it worked when I did this. Oh. Is that any better? Huh. How's that? Am I speaking better now? How's that? Am I coming across any better now? Please tell me yes. Please. How about that? Is that better? Please. Come on. If it's good enough to continue, folks. Oh, Jesus. Every time I try this, I had such high opportunities. Better, good. Okay, I had to. Okay. Good enough. Oh, Jesus, mud. Anyway, I've decided, there's a lot of things out there. There's an untapped market. Oh, Jesus. I was really hyped, and then it just went. I'm disappointed in myself. It's fixed in your opinion. Okay, good. One thing that I love, also the dirty pictures help too. What dirty pictures? Huh? Zebra. What are you looking at? Folks, Microsoft loves to put Grampy down. We have breaking news. We could start with this, out with this. What, Adam? Jeez. Oh, good. It's like, God damn it. If you busted into my computer history, that would. Anyway, I love old documentaries, old videos. What's up, Solar? Trying to get, it didn't start out the way I wanted it to, folks. Breaking news? Yeah. um, there's a lot of untapped. Yes, there are naked lobster. Oh God! Even when I have a great idea, it just this is this is why it's great because we have literally nothing going on for us here, folks. We practiced something. I did a it's down. It's not on it, but it did, and it worked. I was like, great. That's good. Might need a little bit of fine tuning, but people will help me out in a fucking side chat because they know how. Not text, but I thought this is going to be good enough to get started, and then right off the bat, it just shits on itself. But that's okay. I mean, what else? Seriously, folks, for fuck's sake, what else would you expect from me? I mean, excuse me. I'm still here. And the phone rang as well, folks. But anyway, holy shit. Yeah, it's my Geek Slut t-shirt. I'm trying to work my way to get that $30 from Frank and Brand. Uh, just putting that out there. Anyway, oh god damn it! I've already been on 8 minutes, and I've been sidetracked, folks. Uh, man. Anyway, but like I said, what else would you expect from me? So let's regroup. Uh, uh, okay. So, I like to watch old documentaries or movies, propaganda movies that they would show kids, adults, everybody back in the day. A lot of these movies we had to suffer through all the way through high school. I watched a lot of these movies. And some of you older folks probably had to suffer through the same shit that we did. Movies about automobiles back when you had to take driver's ed class. There were some really bad movies that you had to watch. If you took home economics, there were movies you watched about, hygiene, how to have manners, just some real crap. Even like the drug documentaries or propaganda ones, just as corny, just as the automobile industry put them out. A lot of these, about how safe the cars were. It was human error that caused 99% of the accidents. We can only make the cars so safe, folks. It's because we have, metal, no padding in a car, seat belts, fuck it, but it's human error. So they would have these propaganda movies about how to teach people how, about proper driving, defensive driving, because they could only make the cars so safe. Um, there was a lot of, and in every subject, there was. Uh, there was these really corny. Some of them went as far back as like the 40s, and some of the even in the 70s. I mean, a lot of these movies we knew when we were younger that they were really horrible movies because by then they were already outdated. But we still had to watch the and these are forgotten classics, folks. Horrible, horrible movies. Made to be serious. All very serious topics. None of it's a joke. You know. And I I just wanted to share some of these with you. And as we go through it, have a little bit of commentary. Hopefully, with your help, I can get what little control of the audio down. So if I ask if it's okay, a little lower, a little higher, I can only go so high. But I don't have a mixer or anything like that. But I do have a little bit of control. So we're gonna no, yeah, we might even try duck and cover. Oh, there's a plethora, folks. Holy shit! And there's some of them that the Chastity Belt movie. I actually. Oh man, we had to watch some really horribly bad. Even, oh my God, I remember even in the sixth grade when I was 12 years old, we had this thing called health class. We had to watch this movie. Now we're 12 years old. I'm still like having some sort of a dream of playing second base for the Dodgers, or I thought, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, girls didn't have, but I was more interested in like baseball and stuff. I still like girls, but I wasn't really worried about sex. I didn't care what it was. I really didn't know what it was or anything like that. I knew girls could be cute and everything, but that was about it. And they put us into this health class, right? And they were showing us all sorts of really horrible movies, and it confused just about every kid in the class. And they had the girls in another class. And the horror stories, I've seen a couple of the videos that the girls used to have to watch, but these were some of the most dramatically horrible fucking movies you could watch to teach a child about anything, much less human sexuality or, the birds and the bees or any. I mean, they used to literally use a fucking flower, and I'd be like, the fuck does a flower have to do, we still came from the days when they go, where do babies come from? Oh, they come from the baby factory, the pumpkin patch, the stork. I mean, I still remember some kids that, jeez. And people wonder why we're fucked up, the world changes. The Oz government funded an anti-drug for... Oh, yeah. But anyway, so it's way beyond the condom and the banana. That's no. This is like way. This is so. This video that I want to share with you, though. Hopefully, I don't get it taken down for copyright or anything like that. That's not my intention. I just want to. Yeah, that's not so fresh. Yeah, man, so many innuendos in commercials. I mean, I still don't know that everybody knows what toilet paper is actually used for. I mean, I've never yet. I mean, that little bear in that cartoon kind of wipes his butt a little bit, talks, but other than that, I'm not really sure that anybody. Anyway, but this video, it's called Appointment with Disaster, I think it's called. It's from like 1956. And it's about three gentlemen, who have a destiny in an intersection. And hopefully, this works out fine, folks. But I just like to share, and hopefully this works out. We can do it again, or if somebody wants Reefer Madnesses, we've just scratched the surface. And some of them aren't so pleasant topics. There's ones about racism, and stuff from the 50s and 60s that were old NBC, broadcasts. I mean, back before the internet, folks. But this one is amazingly funny because it sort of reminds me of, in a way, and somebody's going to say it doesn't, but I'm going to say it does. But and I'm not a giant like science fiction fan, but there's the one that it reminds me of in a way, and hopefully as you watch this, you might understand why. It kind of reminds me of a Ray Bradbury story, maybe in a way, as it unfolds. Which is why I guess in the end I decided to share this this video, because what's up, Sister Sunshine? But I just thought so many people haven't watched these, and without any further ado, let me oh God, hopefully this really works. Okay, I can see myself now. Okay, hold on. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the audio in this movie isn't the best quality. So the audio in that movie, it's going to be loud, and I do have a little bit of leeway with this audio. I can turn it down a little bit, but I'm pretty much let me see if I can go because I know the geek room told me to anyway, without any further ado, this is called Appointment with Disaster. This was sponsored by Southwestern Bell, of all things, but anyway. Can you hear it okay? Give me a one.
This is a junction on Missouri Highway 66. A place where a narrow road leaves the 4-lane highway. Within 10 minutes, an accident will take place here. 3 men who have never met before will keep an appointment with disaster. 1 will die. 1 will spend 6 months in a hospital. The 3rd will escape physical injury. This is one of the 3, Fred Taylor, the man on the left.
A tie salesman, folks. Back in the day, I mean, before, a lot of these, tie salesmen. Hell, they had salesmen for every fucking thing. Toilet brushes, fuller brush mat, all sorts of shit. So, anyway, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, folks. He's trying to sell some ties. But nobody's buying ties.
He's a salesman who knows the importance of time. Right now.
Yeah, everybody's name was Fred, John Smith. Very, generic.
It's late.
Dare I say, white bread.
On a Monday morning, and he has yet to make his first sale. Fred doesn't like Monday mornings. Nobody seems to be in a buying mood on this first business day of the week.
Nobody's ever liked Monday mornings.
Well, maybe his next appointment will bring results.
Hey, comfort. Oh.
Here is the second of our 3 men, a Missouri farmer whom we shall call Clyde Smith.
Clyde Smith, actually his real name, folks. And Clyde just recently got him some home plumbing. They got themselves they got rid of that outhouse. They got them a septic now, but they I got the indoor plumbing. So very proud. It didn't that long, folks.
Ordinarily, except during the rush of harvest and the minor emergencies which are a part of Mr. Smith's life, time is of no great importance.
So on a farm, unless it's harvest season, folks, there are very few other time is of very little importance.
But today he's in a hurry. He has to get into town and back before lunch. Today is his wife's birthday, and he forgot all about it until a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it's what happens when you forget your wife's birthday, man. Your day just, you better fucking, anyway.
Time slips
It's an
up on
old
a man
tale.
if he's not careful.
That's right.
You'll have to hurry to make it. But that's no problem. It's just a few minutes to Highway 66, and he can make good time on that road.
Yeah.
10 minutes, Mr. Smith. That should put you at the intersection. Ordinarily, you'd get to town in 15 minutes, but this is not an ordinary day.
Oh, this is the one that's gonna. This is the.
Now meet the third man, Pete Oliver. The young lady is his wife of 7 days. This is the last breakfast of their honeymoon. In an hour, he's supposed to be interviewed for an important job. If everything goes well, he'll bring home good news.
Man, she looks happy.
In 7 minutes, his plans will have to be changed.
Oh.
3 timepieces. Each holds the key to the fate of one of these men.
Yeah, you noticed the Green Acres too, huh?
Highway 66, built for speed and safety.
Look at that fucking highway. Now, this is before the interstate system was built, folks. This is a modern, built for speed, safe, no guardrail, no real speed limits, probably either. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Here comes salesman Fred Taylor's car now. With every passing minute, his impatience is mounting. The first rule in his salesman's book is simple. Time is money.
That's right, folks.
He spent too much time in his last appointment, and he's already late for his next one. The remedy is simple. Go a little faster.
That's right, Wilson.
Press down on the accelerator and go a little faster. Missouri's roads are engineered for speed and safety. But there's one factor no engineer can ever solve. That is human carelessness. And in a short while, human carelessness will bring disaster. A couple of miles ahead on 66, Farmer Smith gets ready to pull out onto the highway. There's a car.
Triscuits.
He's undecided.
Sorry.
And he waits almost too long.
Oh!
But Farmer Smith doesn't have time to be nervous. He usually drives 45 miles an hour on the highway, but today he's in a hurry. So
Look at that speedometer.
Presses down the accelerator.
That to the metal. Oh. Heading out on the highway.
Sometimes little things spell the difference between life and
I
death.
love this
Little
part.
things like running out of cigarettes.
No shit. Get cigarettes, man. It's time to get some cigarettes.
Usually, Pete Oliver
Cigarette machine.
doesn't like to stop when he has to be somewhere in a hurry, but he needed a cigarette. Now, time is important. He can't afford to be late, not today of all days.
Look at that. Look at that. AM radio, folks. No XM radio. AM radio, folks.
It's easy to make up lost time. Just push a little
Cents, yeah.
harder, go a little faster.
You know, that speedometer right there looks like the one that I had on my old Toyota pickup truck. I drove that car for years. Anyway.
Pete Oliver is a lucky fellow. He has a nice wife and a chance at a big job.
Hey, man.
The whole future looks bright. But in a short time, he is going to keep an appointment with disaster.
That's right, man.
In less than 2 minutes, all 3 vehicles will be at the same place at the same time. This woman is a housewife who lives near the intersection.
See? That's what women are supposed to be doing.
From her house,
Housewives.
she has a clear view of the
I'm just
junction
kidding.
of the cars that flash by on 66. In 5 minutes, she hopes to have her house
I don't know, Adam.
so she can relax for a while. She'll not be able to keep her schedule.
That's right, folks.
The man walking to his car is Sergeant Joe Brummel of the Missouri State Highway Patrol. He just gave out a ticket and is preparing to follow another call. In a minute, this radio will change his plans and send him to a major wreck on Highway 66. The man here is an ambulance driver in a small town off 66. He hasn't made a run all morning.
Now, you notice he didn't say paramedic, EMT, anything like that. Ambulance driver. They basically threw you in the back of a long station wagon. Hopefully you were, and they took you to the hospital. It was just a guy with a long station wagon, basically.
Since 10 o'clock, he's been puttering with a fan belt to remove the troublesome whine in the motor. In a few minutes, he'll have a chance to test it. He'll not enjoy the trip. Less than 30 seconds to go now. The moment is rapidly approaching. One by one, the 3 men come closer to the junction. It's almost time for their appointment with disaster. Farmer Smith is close to the intersection where he wants to turn left. His mind has been a long way from driving, thinking about 100 inconsequential things. Following too close behind the farmer is the salesman, not really watching. His mind is on the next sale.
Who do you think's gonna die?
And Pete
Who do you think's in the hospital? And who do you think is
He's thinking about his future, and he's in a hurry. He is driving too fast. He just wants to make up lost time. He decides to pass, and he doesn't know that Farmer Smith is going to turn left in front of him. Pete Oliver is passing at high speed. The farmer is going to turn without signaling, and the salesman is following too close. The result is disaster. Within a split second, the world turns into a nightmare. Smith's truck cuts left.
Shit!
Young Pete Oliver twists his wheel to the right into Fred Taylor's car.
Oh. Oh shit! What's up, Guido? What cinematic brilliance!
So time moves on and holds unpleasantness for this highway patrolman. He faces the duty of telling the salesman's wife that her husband spent his last moment gripped with terror and died not knowing exactly how it came about.
Because that's how you tell a loved one that your spouse or a friend, anybody just died, you know. That was horrible. Oh my God, it was so horrible. It was just unspeakable pain. He was probably screaming a lot, you know. Oh, unspeakable shit, folks.
Time brings unpleasantness to this nurse who rummages through the pockets of a young man who will spend the next few months racked with pain. She is looking for the name of someone to call. And this is where Farmer Smith went, to the chambers of a county judge.
Yeah.
Smith made his left turn in time. He was not touched. Young Pete Oliver swung right to avoid hitting him and smashed into Fred Taylor's car. The judge has heard the same story many times. He knows that each man was partially to blame, that each man, through careless driving, brought about disaster.
That's right.
But Farmer Smith cannot face it. The knowledge that he brought death to another human being torments him.
And so 3 men, through carelessness, have kept their appointment with disaster. Will you be the 4th?
Wow, folks, I gotta tell you right now, that was suspenseful. It was, I don't know, pretty spot on. I mean, yeah, very anticlimactic, though. I mean, really didn't, you know. I don't understand why the farmer was in the fucking courtroom if he did nothing wrong legally. You know. But these are things, there's one more, I'm sorry, Tough Kitty, but, hold on a second. Let me find another one. I've got another one that I've got. Oh shoot! Let me see. Okay. Some of these, I've got a few saved here. Let me. Oh my gosh, I've got so much crap, folks. I got so much stuff. So I'm gonna get rid of a lot of this stuff because it's old. It's but But we got one more at least. I know I've got a few that I've got uploaded. And looking at them now, it's they're funny. I find them funny. I hope you know. This is how we. Let me see. Oh, here we go. I think you'll enjoy this one. Oops. Hold on a second. Okay. It's going to play there, and I don't want it to play there. I want it to play... Oh, shut up. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so I know where I'm going with that, so let's go over here, and... Ah, crap, here we go. The lobotomy one is awesome but scary. I agree, Sister Sunshine. Here's one. Let me see. There's a couple of them that I downloaded that I haven't actually watched all the way through. But here's one. Okay. Here we go. Mental health. Keeping mentally fit.
In spite of what the graduation speakers say every spring, our town's pretty average. It goes for our seats, too. Out of this class of 40, just because it is average, 2 of these boys and girls will spend some part of their lives in a mental institution. My job is to try to keep the people around here healthy, and most of them are. Of course, nobody's health is ever perfect. Jim Anderson has a bad ear. That doesn't keep him from playing on the football team. County champions last year, too.
Right.
Frank White is nearsighted, but his glasses take care of that.
Boy,
Dorothy
can shoot her.
Wesley has a tooth that needs fixing, but she's in good health, I'd say.
Well, you know, you wouldn't need that tooth fixed if she would. Never mind.
I think
It was a different time, folks.
good health. They've all learned habits of good living that have helped them stay physically healthy. Habits of cleanliness, good diet, exercise, and rest. But there's another side to good health, and that's good mental health.
That's right.
Comes naturally to most people. Parents who are mentally healthy bring up the children to be mentally healthy, too.
Hey, wait a second. Does anybody remember lawnmowers like this? These old push ones? I'm not with the fancy push ones they got now. I'm talking wooden handle. You know, you had to go to the lawnmower place like every year to get the blade. You know. Oh my God. I think we were the last people that ever got a gas. Oh jeez. Oh, I have flashbacks about those goddamn push lawnmowers, man. Oh, fuck. The struggle, folks.
Take Tommy Clark there. He learned the first rule for good mental health a long time ago about not bottling up his emotions. Now, when he works up a head of steam, he puts it to work in a useful way instead.
Bill, never mind. I'm not going dirty on this one, folks. I'm gonna try not to. Okay, working off steam sometimes, folks. I'm just saying.
Of holding it inside. When you try to do that, it's bound to come out in some unpleasant way. Tommy learned that some years back, just after his younger brother was born.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on. Tommy, eat your meat. You haven't eaten a bite all day. I declare, I don't know what's got into you.
Eat your meat, Tommy!
You heard your mother, Thomas. Now do as she says.
What you real dad?
His folks sent him to see me. There wasn't anything physically wrong with him that I could find, so I began to talk with him. If you've got something on your mind, Tommy, why don't you tell
Yeah, Uncle Johnny's been making me feel funny.
We all...
Now, folks, you don't always get the best acting in these movies. Just let you know. I mean,
all have our problems, Tommy.
But I can talk about it.
Of course you can.
sometimes my
You know
wiener gets a
something?
little.
The more you talk about your problems, the easier they are to solve. Bottling things up inside
Sorry.
is bad. When you feel something, if you're mad or afraid or worried, you've got to let it out or it'll come out some other way. Like you losing weight and not sleeping.
I'm still peeing in the bed,
What
Doc.
is it, son?
Gosh, Dr. Martinson, this may sound kind of funny to you.
No, it won't.
I don't think my folks want me anymore. They're planning to get rid of me.
What makes you think that, son?
I heard them say so one night. They thought I was asleep. Ever since Jimmy was born, they...
Well, it wasn't easy to prove to Tommy that he was
Sorry.
wrong. As in so many cases like this, his parents were partly to blame. The new
That is right,
was taking
Sister
more
Sunshine.
of their attention than they really.
My mother would say things like, "If there's not something physically wrong with you when I take you to the doctor, you're gonna get beat when you get home."
Realized. I got a chance to talk to Tommy's mother about it, and it turned out that they'd been talking about sending Tommy to camp for the summer, and he misunderstood them. Well, we finally got it straightened out. But it taught Tommy a lesson that many people don't learn so quickly about not bottling up his emotion. He learned that it could be easy to talk to his folks and that he didn't have to hide his love for them.
Good night, Mom.
Aw.
Good night, Tommy.
Well, that is quite a few years ago. Tom's graduating today. That number one rule for good mental health, don't bottle up your emotions, has helped him through many a tough spot. Of course, we're talking about some of the simple rules for staying in good mental health. And that brings us to the second rule, which is respecting yourself. Sounds easy, doesn't it? But look what happened
Sure
to
it
Bruce
does.
Matthews.
Uh-oh.
He went out for the tennis team a couple of years ago, and while he had a lot to learn, he had the makings of a fine player. But he wasn't satisfied with slow, steady improvement. Oh, he expected himself to be perfect right from the start. Missing a point would make him boil over at himself. Well, the coach finally caught on to what Bruce was doing to himself with his...
Stop being a pussy, you little bastard. Just fucking play the game. Jesus Christ, you whine too much, kid. Shut the fuck up.
his demand for perfection.
Sure, I think it's fine to keep wanting to improve. I understand that, but I think you're going at it the wrong way.
How do you mean?
Well, did you ever stop to think how good your game really is?
Yeah. After missing that last point?
That's just what I'm getting at. You're worrying too much about the game and you don't enjoy it.
But, gee, Coach, I know I can do better.
Sure, you can. But the point is, you shouldn't let yourself get mad every time you miss a point. Why, even the world's
Not a cure Sister Sunshine, but a very good tool.
Champion can't make every point. You can't be perfect. You've got to learn to get more pleasure out of this game. So take yourself as you are, and instead of expecting yourself to be perfect.
It took a while for Bruce to get what the coach was driving at. But little by little, without letting up one bit on trying to improve his game, he learned to enjoy his skill rather than fret over his occasional misses.
Yeah.
Yes, he's learning that second important habit for keeping in good health. Good mental health, I mean. The habit of feeling right about himself. Along with that goes a third important habit. Feeling right about other people, too.
Ah, fuck it.
That means
Other
getting
people.
along with others. Having fun with them, being part of the group. There's no room for bashfulness in good mental health. To look at Otto Markel there, you'd never guess what he was like a year ago. For some reason or other, he was convinced that people just didn't like him much. He never tried to make friends or to be one of the bunch. It was Miss Reiner who came to Otto's rescue.
Wow.
I think you'd enjoy getting into one of the school clubs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't have any time.
I hear they're planning to organize a camera club. You could help with that.
Boy, that sounds like a
Very
lot
good
of
with my
fun.
camera. I don't think they'd want me in the club.
Of course they would. The more the better when you're organizing a club.
Yeah, we can take each
Oh,
other's
Miss Reiner.
pictures.
You're certainly doing well in chemistry, and that's important in
Yeah.
photography.
I don't know. Chemistry's different from photography.
I think you'll find they'd welcome a good chemist like you in the camera club. But you'll have to do one thing.
That.
Offer to help. Do all you can to help get the club organized. Get some other students to join.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Uh-oh. That's recruiting, man. That's indoctrination. Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm watching this, folks.
Of course you can. And you'll find that they'll like you as much as you like them.
I knew about Otto's problem because his parents had come to see me about the same thing. Of course, they had to share the responsibility for Otto's bashfulness.
What do you mean, George? I don't quite get what you're driving at.
No? Well, I'll tell you, Art. I've been watching you with that kid a long time. You're demanding too much from him. Nobody can be perfect, so don't ride him so hard. When he does something you don't like, remember he's a person in his own right. His way may be just as good as your way.
I do think you've been hard on him at times, Arthur.
Oh, but he doesn't toe the line the way he should. He has advantages I never had when I was a boy. He has an opportunity to amount to something.
But let him do it his own way. You've got him feeling now he isn't as good as the next fella. That's why he hesitates to make friends.
Yeah, it's your fault, Dad. Your fault, Dad.
In Otto's case, as in many others I've known, talking with the parents was important in helping to get things straightened out. He's learning the third basic rule for good mental health. Feeling right about other people. That means that in any normal group of people, there is a feeling of give and take. There's an interest in the group as a whole.
Hey, Jake.
There's no distrust or dislike of others just because they happen to be different. Well, there's one more rule for good mental health. And I see that Nancy's finally learned it well enough to get her diploma. That's the habit of doing something about a problem as soon as it
Felt like she had a little bit of a problem getting through high school, maybe. Maybe she had to, back then, the girls would disappear for a while, come back raising their niece, you know, and then go back to school or something, you know. Anyway.
It comes up.
I'm not saying that happened to her, and I'm not saying she, you know, I'm just saying that would happen.
Gosh, what I don't know about the Civil War period. I haven't cracked a page in 2 weeks.
I'm gonna have to dig into this one, too.
Come on over to my house tonight. Let's study it together. Oh, I just dread getting into it. Let's put it off till tomorrow.
Well, all right.
Okay.
Tomorrow never came for Nancy.
Hi, Ann.
That quiz day found her completely unprepared.
Yeah.
But Barbara had faced up to that quiz the day it was announced.
Yep.
Oh, Jay, I've been so worried about this exam. I just can't sleep. Oh, I hope I pass.
There's no point in worrying about it now.
Nancy not only had double trouble with that quiz, she had triple trouble. Before, during, and after.
You know, Sister Sunshine, that's one reason why there was a bigger issue back then that nobody ever addressed, because teaching somebody to be social and responsible, in a lot of ways, it was a vanilla system. You have to, you know, now it's a good thing that there's a lot of problems that they address today that were never addressed back in those days. So, you know, when people talk about good old days and things like that, you know, this was pretty much all you got. You know, if you eat healthy, if you have some friends, you know, if you're social with everybody, good mental health. You know, if you're healthy, you know, play the sports teams, hang out with, you know, just and then, but ignore other things because, you know.
She'd got busy just as soon as it was announced. Instead of just worrying about it, it would have been a lot easier for her. Yes, the people around here are learning some of the basic rules for staying in good mental health. First rule is...
maybe good social health, maybe, you know, good, you know, social skills, but, you know.
don't bottle up your emotions like love, fear, anger. Express them naturally. Of course, emotions like anger have to be expressed with consideration for others. Above all, don't carry a grudge. Get it off your chest.
Take your neighbor out and shoot
respect
him.
your own abilities. Always try to improve, but remember that you're human. The third rule is to respect others. Treat them as friends. And finally, when a problem shows up, face it at once, calmly, reasonably, and honestly. And remember that one of the best rules for good mental health is talking out your troubles and problems with someone whose opinion you respect. Your parents, your family doctor, your school teacher or advisor. Your clergyman may be the right person to talk to on many things. Whoever it may be, talking is one of the best tonics there is for good mental health. Another good tonic is an interesting hobby. Gives you a way to relax, a chance to accomplish something you can be proud of.
Doesn't address the mental illness itself in any way, shape, or form, folks.
Well, those are some of the rules for staying in good mental health. Of course, they're just the ABCs of a subject big enough to fill whole libraries. But as more and more folks get to know these ABCs and follow them, they're going to be able to look at a group like this someday and feel that they have a greater chance than ever the kind of happy, useful life which will make our world a better place to live in.
That's right, Ann. Okay. Yeah. I didn't really enjoy that one as much, but got one more, folks. One more. Please bear with me. We've got one more. I'm just running through some of these tonight, folks. There's one. Let me see. I got a couple actually. Actually, some of them aren't very long. Some of them are a bit longer. I haven't gotten into oh shoot, some of the real drug propagandas. Holy shit. Let me see. I don't have these filed very well, so let me go down the line here. Fuck me. Let me see. Oops. Nope. Here's one. Let me see. If I can't find another one, the other one, because I gotta really gotta. I gotta refile these things, folks, because it's definitely not the best. Well, let's put it this way. If it was okay, we'll play this one, folks. This one's called. Hold on a second. This one's called Tina's Side. Okay, like taking acid makes you jump out of a window. Nah, it never made me jump out of a window. Mr. Sunshine, I've done acid many times, and it never made me once. I never jumped out of a window doing acid. I'm just saying. Can you find "Don't Touch Yourself"? I think I've seen that one, but this is about teenagers, okay? And then I'm gonna, after this, folks, I have one more. I've got a giant surprise. This is an old one. It's kind of a running series. It's got a few commercials, a little over an hour, but it's funny as fuck. It's something I remember, and you may have seen clips of it in my videos, but this is called Tina's Side. And I like Sergeant Friendly here.
Sergeant Bruce reporting.
Tina's Side. Those crazy kids in their souped up little hot rods. Little fuckers. Go get them. You'll never get me, Topper! Pull over, Sonny! Hey, Daddy-O, what's up? Looks like Beaver Cleaver.
It's just about as easy to fill out a dead body report as it is a traffic ticket. And in many cases, the violation is the same. Speed. I've been checking some figures for a report, and I'd like to show you what I've found. It's important to you. Look at these changes in the motor vehicle death rate of our population per 100,000 for the past 25 years. Between the ages of 5 and 14, there was a 37% drop. Between the ages of 25 and 44, a 25% increase. But get this, in the 15 to 24 year group, the increase was more than 85%.
I wonder why.
Those are the actual figures from the ages 15 to 24. An increase in deaths per 100,000 of 86%.
No, well, first of all, I know what's 1%, but the sign said 85, not 86. But
a car in the hands of some teenagers today produces a serious problem. So serious as this problem becomes that we have a new word in our language. It's teenicide, a noun meaning death caused by an automobile driver under 20 years of age. And habits that cause teenicide seem to carry on with many drivers up to the age of 25. Now let's talk about teenicide a minute. Let's see why and what can be done about it. The teenager can do things the middle-aged group cannot hope to accomplish. His reactions are good, his eye is sharp, he is definitely in better physical condition than the person between 40 and 50. Because of this...
Hey! Shout out to anybody. Let's see a hand. Let's see a 1. If any of you older folks, this is Sunshine. If at any point in time did you ever see or have to or get to use one of these like steering wheel things, like in a box for like driver's ed, or just asking, because folks they really had.
He could be a better driver. He sees better and can react more quickly than an older person. The teenager is at the time of his life when he learns the quickest and retains the most. He's at a learning period. It should therefore be easier to teach him good driving and make him a safe driver. Not only now, but...
metal shop, folks.
With ability, both mental and physical, at its peak at this period, something must be radically wrong when the teenager is not the best driver, but the worst. And I think we know what the answer is. It's lack of experience and training. Some teenage drivers get into the family car and learn to drive by trial and error.
Dude, we had to take driver's ed to graduate.
Mostly error, because frequently they learn from Dad himself. And Dad might not be such a good driver.
My dad was a shitty driver. God.
Others learn from the kid who owns his rattle trap. He points it down the street and lets it go. That's one way of living dangerously, except the chances are you won't live very long. These teenagers are learning driving at school from the engine up. They're learning what makes the car run, and also how to run it, courteously and safely. They're not learning someone else's bad driving habits. They'll quickly realize that respect for the law and the officers who enforce it will save them from the serious consequences of a traffic smacking. They'll learn that the traffic officer is there to protect them. If the teenager has excess spirit, this is the place to use it. Here, a crack up, even at top speed, is not too serious. But this same sort of enthusiasm has no place on a highway. No matter how clear the teenager's eyes or how quickly he reacts. The shocking statistics prove that. It has been proved that trained drivers have about one-half the accidents untrained drivers have. We know from statistics that with proper training, the teenagers will be among this country's better drivers. The solution of teenicide must be through proper driver education. Parents and teachers must act together. By so doing, the teenager will develop good driving habits before he learns the bad ones. Teenagers can't look to the older people for examples of good driving. Oldsters are a problem too. But teenagers can, without much effort, wipe out the word teenicide.
That's right, folks. Wipe out the word teenicide.
And become the first generation of good drivers this country has
Sister Sunshine, I took home back.
ever had.
Wow. Folks, that was a lot of fun. I love watching these things. I mean, sure, a lot of it's good messages, and there's some more I could get into that are crazy. You can argue different points on, how, it just shows how, like, literally different, how information was relayed, back in the day, You didn't hit an app, you didn't, a lot of it was crap, these fucking films that they would show at school. And, there's tons of them, folks. There's a lot of them that were put on regular TV. I'm eating Triscuits, by the way, folks. I love Triscuits. Got a deal on them, so right now I'm eating Triscuits. So anyway, that's what I get when wife stops by for a while, brings me food and snacks and stuff. She got a deal on Triscuits. So last couple of days I've been eating a lot of Triscuits, But I love these type of videos. If you'd like, or where one is on, excuse me, I'm sorry. I was trying not to talk and eat. If you see one that you might want to watch, or you have one on YouTube, hit me up. Give me a hint, something like that. Maybe we can watch it together. The crazier the better, folks. There's a lot of really old, nostalgic shit of how the world was back in the 40s, the 50s, even the 70s. Drug propaganda. Those are some of them that I'm going to be focusing on because, if a lot of those things were true, folks, boy howdy. Anyway, Sister Sunshine, drafting is one class that I never really gave. I didn't do well in. I didn't do good in. I did better at home ec than I did in shop or drafting. I not good with stuff like that. You know, when a lot of guys go towards the power tools, I go right for the fucking appliances. Always been like that. But so I'm going to end this. You know, we got 23 people watching. Yeah, we had to take one semester of drafting. We had to take one semester of metal shop, one semester of drafting. After that, and one semester of wood shop. And then there was like electives, you know, you could take more wood shop or more, you know, whatever. But Home of the Futures at the World Fair. Oh, yeah, some of the stuff. I was watching a video the other day. They were talking to kids like in 1960, like what they thought the world would be like in the year 2000. Or even what people thought the world was going to be like in the 60s now, you know, or like even in the 70s, like what we thought the world was going to be like, what the world was like back then, you know, instead of, you know, making assumptions, folks. Sometimes you look back and then you go, well, that's why those old people are all fucking weird, you know. What else? We had photography. Yeah, they had classes. You could take photography. There was a lot of different, you know. It was in this. I remember in the 70s there was they started having like elective classes. You know, where you could take something that could maybe, you know, give you something in life, you know, maybe not a degree, but, you know, yeah, they had photography. I mean, for people that took it seriously, or I mean, they had art classes back then. I took art one semester. I got a C because I had a good attitude, and the teacher knew I tried. And other than that, you know, she said I deserved a D, you know, not an F because I actually completed all the work, but a D, and, you know, actually, I was an enthusiastic participant, although I knew you know. Anyway, flashback to the beginning of The Jerk with Steve Martin. Oh, I love that movie. Oh, God. I like Steve Martin stand up. You know, what held 675 pounds and didn't break? And a school newspaper, all the students, yeah. Yeah. It was for me, just except for the pink butterface. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, you know, I'm gonna throw the David Johnson. Oh God, you know, some people don't. You know, I've known a lot of people that don't get like Steve Martin humor if they see it now or something like that. But people really don't today. I don't think could really understand how popular Steve Martin was at his height in stand-up comedy. I mean, I don't, and there's some famous, there's popular people now, there's famous people like that, there's people that sold more whatever the fuck like that. But I don't think that people that didn't, like, weren't around for that, and I'm not saying everybody loves, because not everybody likes everybody, but for his popularity at that particular, when he was at Steve Martin live album. I mean, I had 3 of his albums memorized, and I wasn't the only one. It was crazy. I mean, he would sell out like wherever. I mean, it was, you know, it was crazy. Yeah, those cans. I laughed so hard during, and I still do. I can still watch The Man with Two Brains. You know. That's stupid. Well, it's not supposed to be a cinematic masterpiece, dickhead. I want a fucking car right fucking now. But, our school had a lot of, I remember we had drama departments. You know, I mean, it was, I don't know, you didn't have to worry about, you know, programs getting defunded every year, you know. I don't understand why, you know. But oh, he is an awesome band. I actually saw Steve Martin perform with the Stone Canyon Band at the Brit Festival in Oregon one year. No comedy. I mean, he's got a little bit of comedy in it when he, you know, but not the wild and crazy guy stuff. But yeah, I saw Steve Martin live when I was younger. But yeah, great band. That's how he got his start. He was a banjo playing comic that could juggle. You know, I mean, started out on the Smothers Brothers show actually, and if anybody remembers the Smothers Brothers show, the Smothers Brothers was on. Very popular. Everybody loved the Smothers Brothers show until they went anti-Vietnam, and they went off the air. And then the Glenn Campbell show came on. Steve Martin was part of that, and he was a writer. You know, did bits, sets, things like that. Was doing stand-up. Boom. You know, when it was time, that man was magic. And when he stopped doing, people were upset. People were really upset when he stopped doing stand-up. You know, he was going to go into movies. It's like, oh God, there goes his career. But Junior ROTC, yeah, my brother was in Junior ROTC. I wasn't in that. I was in the Sea Cadet Corps, just like Von Helton. But those Cosby albums, yeah. Yeah, and then you watch it, you think about Bill Cosby now, and you're like, yeah, it was, you know, it's. But those were those Cosby albums back in the day, you know. Those were like, you know, it was stuff that you'd never heard before, you know, and a lot of things back then, like a lot of things people like take advantage of now, or like assume things have been around forever. They don't understand like the beginnings of how certain things came around, you know, how it evolved through time, you know. I mean, some people that don't understand have no concept of what a life without the internet would be. They have no concept about having to listen to a baseball game on a transistor radio. You know, no televised sports. You know, especially if your team was out of market. Every once in a while, you get a few ball games on TV, but not a lot. You know, if you didn't go to the game or listen to it on the radio, you didn't see it. And it was the same with everything. Because media was different, you know, the media wasn't everywhere. And that's why, I think now that's why they say that there's more crime, or there's more, you know, it's like, oh my God, there's more of this. There's more of everything now because everybody's got a camera. I mean, the world is on the internet. The world is on media. I mean, every time, like literally something happens, it's on the internet. So a lot of things that used to take years to come across, or months or weeks, now it's like instantaneous. I mean, I don't know if I would touch Bill Cosby stuff right now, Ann. Flip Wilson, thank you very much. Oh my God, the devil made me do it. That was, you know, a guy that, you know, was a comic that just in drag. Sometimes, you know, he had a character, Lucille, I think her name was, you know, the devil made me do it, you know. Grampy is becoming a member. Barry? Wilson, I have no. The only Christmas album you like is the Glenn Miller and his orchestra Christmas album. Yeah, you know, I mean, I remember hearing music like that. I mean, my God, my parents had Glenn Miller. I remember, what was that show they had? I remember this as a kid. It was Follow the Bouncing Ball. It was a show that started it. It was a single. Mitch Miller. Sing along with Mitch Miller. Oh, God. To this day, I can't handle watching Hee Haw. And you might say, oh, I loved Hee Haw growing up. That was the music we had to listen to. We were sheltered from a lot of the popular music. I didn't listen to the Beatles till the Beatles weren't even around anymore. I mean, dumb me, the first Beatles album I ever bought was Paul McCartney's first solo album. And boy, that sucked. You know, But remember when candies only cost a penny? Yeah. I remember there was a thing called penny candy. You know, penny candy. There was a five and dime store. You know, there was a lot of things were different, folks. Rotary phones. We're actually going to watch a film one. I don't know. You can't call them films anymore. But the Lawrence Welk show, Sister Sunshine. My grandmother. When my grandmother got older, after my no, it was before my grandfather died. When we lived in San Diego, they moved out to Escondido, and they lived in this adult community. You know, it was close to the family and everything. We had to spend a lot of time at my grandparents' apartment, and in that area, Lawrence Welk was on between the public broadcasting network and a couple of local UHF channels. Lawrence Welk was on pretty much from sun up to sundown. We had to watch Lawrence Welk, Bobby and Sissy, the whole the bubble, the whole goddamn thing. Oh my God, we were kids. We wanted to, yeah. We made fun of it. I mean, Jesus, we had to spend enough time. I mean, you know, it was our grandparents, but it was always on. We knew all the songs, and it drove me crazy for years. You know, yeah, they had they had their I actually remember that they had their casting one toke over the line, and they thought it was a religious song. Yeah, there was there was another. Who was it? There was another group that sang "Light My Fire." By the Doors, and I don't know how you can turn this into you know, and I'm not talking about the Debbie Boone, you know, You Light Up My Life. I'm talking about the Doors, Light My Fire. But anyway, this person thought that this was some sort of like the same thing, a religious song. And I'm like, I have no idea how you can think that, but rock a mile for a crocodile. He ate a crocodile. Yeah. King Tut. Now, I got to tell you, that honestly, that's King Tut is, and folks, I'm telling you this, I'm looking you straight in the eyes. That is actually, Mrs. Lobster and myself, that is actually our song. And I'm not kidding when I tell you that. And it wasn't my idea. We went to karaoke one night, and a long time ago, and I used to do King Tut, and she saw me do it, and she says, "That's from now on. That's our song," you know, because we don't dance or anything like that. You know, neither one of us have any rhythm, you know, or anything like that, so we don't dance. But yeah, Mrs. Lobster declared, God, 10, 11 years ago, that King Tut was our song. So at my funeral, my wife even knows this. I told her, I said, no matter what happens when at my funeral, I want King Tut to be played. And people think I don't take anything seriously, folks. But oh yeah, I know that, Mud. Your husband's parents were cloggers. I knew cloggers. Oh God, were they real? Like, okay, Sister Sunshine. Were they like? Did they just? Now I've known people that went clogging sometimes, and then I know people that are like really into clogging, and those people can be like, oh, it's like living with. It's like knowing an Amway salesman. You know, in a way, but. Your wedding song was pure imagination. Yeah, that's, you know, I mean, why does it always have to, I mean, okay, now, Mrs. Lobster's wedding wasn't exactly a, I mean, there was only a few people there, and, you know, but, But anyway, folks, I'm gonna open up the. I want to throw the link out there. I'm not gonna, look. Okay, I could probably pin it. I'm lazy, people. I'm lazy. So if somebody wants to come in, like just we can talk about old shit. We can talk about boomer shit. Back in the day. Let's not get political. Let's not get kids today they suck or whatever. And back in the day we had to do this, and it's not a wine fest. It's not a who's best. It's like things were different. A lot of things were different. Things were different 10 years ago. Things were different 20 years ago, 40 years ago. Things were really 50 years ago. Things were really different. Comfort Doll's a boomer. I don't know if this guy actually qualifies as a boomer, but Mud, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. No, I am not a boomer.
Ah.
I'm a Generation Xer, born in 1969.
Oh, wow. Boy, howdy. 1969. Wow, jeez. And see, it didn't dawn on me for the longest time that how much older. I mean, not that I'm the oldest person on the internet, but
no, Ann, you're not a boomer.
I'm not?
No, Ann Kennedy in the comments.
Oh.
Turns 50 this month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, another thing a lot of people don't know about Lawrence Welk, he had his own record label.
Yeah. There was some backstories on some of those.
From the early 60s up to probably like 67, 68.
Yeah.
He signed and gave the first big break to a lot of the rock bands coming out of L.A. in those days. Especially the surf bands and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And you'd never know it. I think the only rock band he ever had on his show was the Ventures.
Yeah.
Remember them? They did Walk, Don't Run.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My father we had all the Ventures albums.
Yeah, I think
we had Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass. All their albums. We had what was that? There was another band that was Trini Lopez. Remember that?
Kinda.
Yeah,
I know Herb Alpert.
Yeah, we had all the.
I know Herb Albert too. Oh
yeah. We had all. See, that was the music we listened. I mean, besides the hee-haw thing, we didn't listen to soundtracks. That's one reason.
My stepdad's a huge hee-haw fan. He still watches that shit.
Oh, God. I learned to. I couldn't. I hated it as a kid. I still.
Agreed.
It's just because that's. There was a lot of shows we weren't allowed to watch, but we could watch. But when it came to like a music show or something like that, it was hee-haw.
That guy Stringbean was a hell of a musician, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, Roy Clark.
He was way better than that show provided.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a lot of them were.
A lot of those guys were, very, very talented. Now, see, back in my day, I wore an onion on my belt. That was the style at the time.
Oh, what?
Remember when wearing an onion on your belt was the style of the time? I remember that.
It's a Simpsons thing, Grampy.
Oh. Okay. I haven't watched The Simpsons.
When Simpsons was funny? I remember that.
Back in my day, we called them walking birds, and millionaires would float around in zeppelins, throwing change to the poor.
Hey, Grampy.
Yes.
I was breaking my arm out there in the external chat trying to get you to see a link. I've put it up here in private chat. It's one of those old films. It's up there. It's one of my favorites.
Hold on.
Is it Red Asphalt?
Better than that one. It's
Blood on the Highway.
Yeah, it's better than Blood on the Highway, and that's the one that I was thinking might be my favorite. But no, I think this one's better than that one.
I was just going back to the.
Hold on a minute. Let me.
It's a good one, right, Grampy?
That's affirmative.
I hope I didn't just do him in with that link.
Is it one of the faces of death?
I don't know if you want to be opening that, Grampy, to be honest.
No. It's not that. I have to. Hold on a minute. Let me talk amongst yourself.
It's one of those old. I don't know. It's just like the crap we just watched, right? It's like Reefer Madness. It's fucking propaganda from the 1950s, isn't it?
Play faster. Play faster. Play faster.
Give me a minute.
Yeah. We can. I don't know. Have you been
working there, Sonny?
Member.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Star Wars.
Remember when Boba Fett fell in the Sarlacc pit?
Yep. Remember Mos Eisley? Yep.
Yeah.
Remember Han shot first?
Well,
remember when hash was always either red or black and came in a big old ball?
No, I don't remember that.
I haven't seen hash since Christ was a kid.
Man,
all the hash I get is like yellowish green.
A lot of BHO
it kind of looks like keef, but it's just cooked.
I mean, all that BHO and CHO and ZHO, it's all hash. Oh, there we go. Show's starting.
I know.
Everyone mute. Everyone mute.
Everybody. Yeah, let's not. Okay, just here we go, folks.
We're not going to do the joke.
Now,
just everyone mute.
Okay, now understand, folks.
It's a different time.
This is a different time, a different place.
Are we about to see some racist shit? Is that why you're saying this?
Not racist, but no, definitely. Well, unless there's a black one in there, but
holy fuck, dude!
Spoiler alert: the black kid goes to jail.
No, it's not. But okay. Now, just try. Let's just watch it, please.
Without further ado.
Uh-oh.
You're supposed to be muted, Mud.
God damn it.
You're supposed to be muted, Wilson.
I actually saw this in school. I did.
Man.
1959 Chevy.
My grandmother had one of those.
I had one of those.
I'm Lieutenant Williams, a police officer attached to the
paid $80 for
Juvenile Division. I'm on my way to Monroe Junior High School to talk to a group of young people.
Pig.
That looks innocent enough, doesn't it? Lots of young people hitchhike. Seems like a good way to get from one place to another.
Not anymore.
But sometimes there are dangers involved that never meet the eye. Let's take the case of Jimmy Barnes. Jimmy played baseball all afternoon, and he didn't feel like walking home, so he decided to thumb a ride.
Yeah, is Jimmy gonna get it in the butt?
Yeah, pause.
Yeah,
Jello, what the fuck did you send Grampy? What the fuck did you send Grampy?
I got a pretty good idea where this was going.
Shut up, man.
Jimmy's gonna get some candy, it sounds like. But...
Hey, kid, you look mighty good in them jeans, kid.
Yeah. Long story short, Jimmy here was found naked in a fucking ditch somewhere.
No, this is a
This is all ripped open like a goddamn, like a bag of fucking Doritos.
Jimmy? Mom, my butt hurts.
Look, it was a different time.
That's. Come on, mute your mics. Come on.
All right.
You guys, come on.
Psych.
How are we gonna know what to be scared of? If
Stop!
They'd done it 100 times before, and he didn't think anything was unusual when the driver struck up a friendly conversation. In fact, he seemed like a real nice guy. He asked Jimmy if he played baseball in the park often. Jimmy told him they practiced 3 times a week and played a rival group on Friday afternoon.
Now he knows
The
where you are,
stranger was
Jimmy.
a good listener, too, and it only seemed minutes before they pulled up in front of Jimmy's house.
Do you like gladiator movies, Jimmy?
Jimmy, you're leaning really hard in this conversation, Keita. Lean over a little bit more.
Come on, man. This is a serious subject, folks.
Then he told him he'd see him again, as he always drove by the park on his way home.
Jack Nicholson.
Apparently, you guys aren't taking this seriously.
I'm sorry, the music kind of breaks it for me.
They're gonna start calling him penis breath, Jimmy.
Sure enough, the following day, when Jimmy finished playing ball, well, the man was there waiting.
You ever heard of Rohypnol there, Jimmy?
They stopped at
Jimmy,
a
ever
drive-in
smell
where the
chloroform?
stranger treated him to a Coke. During their conversation, he told several off-color jokes, but Jimmy had heard others before, and, well, it made him feel big to so easily win the confidence of an older person.
You'll be regretting that later, Jimmy.
The following Saturday, they went fishing together. By now, they were using first names.
Want to see my worm,
More
Jimmy?
friendly. Jimmy hadn't enjoyed himself so much in a long time.
Jimmy, ever suck dick?
This sandwich
Then
tastes
during
like
lunch,
sleeping pills, mister.
Ralph showed him some pornographic pictures. Jimmy knew he shouldn't be interested, but, well, he was curious. What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick. A sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious.
Jello, what the fuck, man?
It's dangerous and contagious. Hush now.
Just like smallpox.
Relationship with members of their own sex. But by now, Jimmy felt a fondness for Ralph.
Wait.
Continued to go places together.
Let's go hunting, Jimmy.
Hold up, pause this real quick.
Fucking mini golf. Fucking mini golf.
Did they say he's sick because he likes people of the same sex, or is he sick because he's a kid fucker? I'm confused.
Yes,
maybe a kid fucker.
Look, back then there
I'm
wasn't a
hoping for
lot
kid
of difference.
fucker.
Yeah, they didn't usually make the distinction back then.
Well, because there's a huge difference. I mean, they're not the same.
But
yeah, spoiler alert, fucking Baldy fucked Jimmy in the fucking windmill. Like, Jesus fuck, Jello.
And you wanted to watch blood on the asphalt. Come on, let's get back to Ralph.
Yeah.
Okay, I can watch like dead people on the...
I want to see what happens now. I want to see if Jimmy gets out.
Okay,
of
then. Okay, hold on a minute. Just,
Nice things.
God.
We're trying to avoid you getting a copyright strike.
No,
it's on YouTube.
And gave him money. But
well, I mean, we're trying to make it transformative.
You see,
hey, Jimmy, you want to make an easy 20?
Ralph's approach soon enough. When Ralph first asked Jimmy to go fishing alone, he should have discussed it with his parents or teacher.
Parents are lame.
Yeah.
Finally, Jimmy told his parents, and they reported it to the juvenile authorities. Ralph was arrested,
Jimmy.
And Jimmy was released on probation in the custody of his parents.
Wait, why was he on probation? For having an old man come on to him?
Homosexuals are not
Yeah, because
Oh!
being gay was against the law.
Now it got weird.
See, now you've got,
Did he just say homosexuals are prone to violence?
Yes!
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
It's called
competition. No one noticed the man who sat and watched.
I did call this
When
a
the game broke
propaganda
up,
film,
and he
right?
was
Like,
left,
I mean,
Mike
we're
decided
we're
to
we're
stay
listening to
practice
this
with
under
the
the right, you know, like.
The stranger joined him. He was friendly and well,
Hey,
it was
Jimmy,
better
I've
than
got
playing
balls.
But
Hey,
after
Jimmy,
a
can
few
you juggle?
shots, Mike realized he had already overstayed his time.
Let me show you a
and
rim
suggested
job,
he
Jimmy.
better leave. The stranger told him if he'd like to stay longer, he'd be glad to drive him home when they finished. Sounded great to Mike. Chance to play longer and get a
Oh, this
ride
is
home,
Mike.
too.
Who the hell plays basketball in a tuxedo?
Your grandpa?
Well, you know, they are known for being kind of stylish.
You'll notice he doesn't do any jump shots. That's because his shoes are loose.
The companionship, the praise, the friendly attitude dispelled any misgivings Mike might have had about going with a stranger.
So when's this
Okay,
gay
you-
about to, when's this gay about to get all violent?
You lost a horse. That means I get to hate fuck you.
Mike Merritt traded his life for a newspaper headline.
I had a paper route.
Yep, just yank on it and
Denny
stuff
Jerry
it, just
got
like
the
that,
papers
Jimmy.
ready
Yep.
for Jerry's afternoon delivery. They only casually noticed the two boys that raced by in the afternoon traffic. They didn't pay much attention grew up shortly afterwards until the man called them over.
Say there, fellas.
Hey, you want me to buy all your newspapers?
The boys nodded they had. Could
Hey,
they
kids, you need
recognize
a
him
ride?
if they saw them again? Well, then he guessed he could. Then hopped in the man said those are stolen bikes.
Yeah, just pile in. I'll take you on your newspaper route. I'd be happy to do
He's
that.
been told many times.
I just got out of jail for
Suckers!
Car with a stranger to write down the license number. It didn't seem to
lying.
apply, but, well, fortunately, he marked it down.
And then he forgot he was dyslexic, so he spelled it like Billy.
MOON, that's Bill's license
He
plate.
delivered a paper to Denny's house. He asked his mother if they'd caught the boys that had stolen the bicycles. Denny hadn't returned, so he told her the story and gave her the paper with the license number.
It was a Z, a Q, a Batman symbol, another Batman symbol, another Batman symbol, and a 4.
Decided to call the police. Jerry supplied the necessary information, and the stranger's car was quickly spotted. It was a good example of how important
We
it is
couldn't
to
find the
always get
man. The license number said
and the
we, and it
person
just had a
of
whole
any
bunch of
stranger who
ones.
takes
I don't
a
know.
young person off alone, no matter what they tell you.
By the time they found the car, the two boys were already murdered and raped.
That's what happens when you deal with the gay.
Yeah.
Murder rape. Dun dun dun.
Bobby and his friends hadn't noticed.
Looks
the man
like a
who'd been in
clear
the
case of
restroom when they
murder
changed.
rape.
And as
Dun
it was later
dun.
suggested they
Well,
take the short
homosexual murder rape.
disappear, but the others preferred to take the more traveled way home.
The homo at the bathroom.
Dun. You can tell he's evil because he's wearing black.
I was gonna say the same thing, but gay.
When Bobby recognized
Well, it is black and white,
the
so.
man in the restroom, the shortcut under the pier
Yeah,
didn't
it's very
seem like a good
short-sighted of you.
idea at
You
all.
might be wearing navy.
I mean, just look how the silhouetted man is just stalking him.
After all, it's more fun to stay.
Oh, he got out of my trap. I'll have to leave more candy in the ripped open
decision.
pets next time.
It may have saved his life.
It might have. Jesus
The
fuck, like
decision is always yours.
So the
And
man
your whole
pursued
future may
Rickzilla.
depend on
He's
making
not
the
smart
right
enough
one.
to get away.
So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly. If they try to win your confidence too quickly.
Be especially careful if they're driving a 59
One never
Chevy.
knows when the homosexual is about.
Because every one of them has...
Wait a minute, you got
all
to
these guys were driving the same fucking
We
car.
have to hear that last part. That was fucking amazing.
we don't. We don't need to get Grampy's fucking channel flag.
Shut up. Wait a second. Listen.
Become overly personal. One never knows when the homosexual is about.
God damn it, Grampy.
They're lurking everywhere.
You've got a
game. Don't go off alone with strangers unless you have the permission of your parents.
That's the name of the movie. Is People Are Gay.
So speaking of Rickzilla and his fondness of like action figures and all that nonsense, a certain fucking curb stomped individual who has a wife that looks a lot like Rocky Dennis, by the name of Spoken, just a review of wrestling action figures, and Jesus fuck, like I'd like to have a conversation with Spoken about pro wrestling, because he seems to have an appreciation for like the actual craft, but this dude is literally like just playing with fucking toy figures, and I'm like, no, this is fucking weird and creepy.
Yeah,
and
man,
I've seen your wife, and she looks like somebody set her face on fire and beat it out with a sock full of nickels.
There's a guy in his like mid 40s, maybe older, that does like a federation out of like motion stop with action figures. It's kind of cool because he puts so much time into it, but like you said, he's 50 something or 45 something playing with toys in his basement.
Well,
this guy's probably got like 50,000 figurines. I mean, he's wall to wall to wall, nothing but figurines.
Yeah, hey, you're on a show belonging to a guy with a fucking teddy bear, wears a gas mask, and produces the show. So
that teddy bear is quite the producer.
Are you defaming the good name of Carl?
Yeah. I don't like where this is going.
I thought Carl was his cat. Isn't Carl the cat?
No, Carl is the teddy bear.
Oh, I never knew
the show's producer.
Yeah.
I guess
bite your fucking tongue, yeah. Bite your fucking tongue, muckbroker.
Me?
Yes.
I was giving Jonas shit for making a stink about a grown man playing with toys when Grampy has a fucking bear that runs his show.
That bear happens to be an amazing producer. I don't like the way you're kind of disrespecting Carl.
Yeah,
fuck you both.
You disparage Carl.
I did not.
Carl's not going to like that.
Wilson and I love you, Carl. If Carl's in earshot, make sure he knows we love the hell out of him.
Horns in the chat for Carl.
Fuck yeah, Carl rules. All hail Carl.
Coral.
No, hang on. I counter that. Teddy bear's in the chat for Carl.
Coral.
Oh, that's cute. That's
Coral.
Coral.
Your mom's dead, Coral.
Oh, Grampy, did you ever find the rest of that movie? I sent you that clip a while back of when little Jimmy got caught by his ma playing with himself.
Oh no, I haven't.
Yeah, play that, because
no, listen, I got something else. I'm trying to find it right now. Hold on. This is
the clip is bad enough. I can only imagine what the rest of the fucking movie was like.
The last one was about the gay. I'm hoping this one.
Yeah,
is
good luck
black.
trying to top
like
Beware
the black
Boys
or
with
something.
homosexual Ralph. That was, excuse me, Ralph the homosexual. That was that's kind of a showstopper. Probably should have saved that one.
Be on the lookout for the black.
Okay, so who caught fucking Stinky's stream this morning?
I woke up just as it was ending. I tried to.
Jesus,
I went to bed instead of watching it. I think it was called Election Problems.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there was a solid like hour and a half of that where it's fucking Vaughn and Olympus Mons talking about the upcoming zombie apocalypse.
Now, who is Olympus Mons? I guess I don't know that person.
Have you ever seen Yokozuna?
Yokozuna, the wrestler?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Like
imagine that, but somehow smaller but less attractive.
Is he white, or is he like?
I think he's Hispanic.
Oh, okay.
He's just a piece of shit. Like all he does is he gasses Vaughn up.
I guess I'll have to look into him because I heard people picking on him the other night, last Friday, but I didn't.
Now, I mean, to his credit, like he did call Vaughn out for like when you're on camera, like dude, you eat shit. Like that's all you eat on camera is you eat absolute fucking garbage. And the whole like thing is like, well, I don't have a giant beer gut. It's this lumbar support. It pushes my belly out.
Yeah.
And lumbar support.
It stays out when he stands up.
Well, he put the bathroom picture up, so that there's no belly, there's no man tits. That's all man right there. And Vaughn made a point at least 4 or 5 times to put that picture back up. But these two fucking idiots, they start talking about like the upcoming zombie apocalypse. Vaughn goes into basically The Last of Us, like the video game, where the fungus that will like infect ants and make them like climb trees and get eaten by birds. And then he goes into Left 4 Dead 2. Because that's where Vaughn lives. He lives in video games.
So does Vaughn think he's going to be... what's her name? I just finished the second one, too.
Well, Vaughn's never played Last of Us because Vaughn is exclusively a PC gamer. That's why he made the video a couple of years ago when God of War 2018 won Game of the Year.
Yeah, that was a good game.
You can't make realistic horse vagina mods for the PS. Sorry about your luck, haters.
Yeah, well, Vaughn made it's like a fucking 25-minute video about how can a Vigi game that is exclusively on PS4 win Game of the Year when 95% of gamers are on PC. No, the fuck they're not, Vaughn.
Yeah,
you're fucking stupid.
I don't think Vaughn understands that all the game companies release a Game of the Year copy of their top game. It doesn't matter whether it's a Game of the Year or not.
Yeah, The Last of Us is PS exclusive, though. You can't get it on... You might be able to now. They might have made a PC game.
I don't think so.
I watched someone play it. That game was so good that if you don't have a PlayStation, I recommend watching a playthrough on YouTube. I have a lot of choice.
The second one's just as good, and people fucking hate it for some reason, but I thought it was really good.
Well, I think that was because of the one character that killed Joel.
Oh, it's a wild ride. That's the beginning too. That's right in the beginning of the game.
Yes. Spoiler alert, Joel dies. But the one
bastard!
Yeah, fuck you, Jello.
Spoiler alert, everybody fucking dies. Everybody.
But the one chick that she suddenly becomes the fucking Incredible Hulk. From what I've seen, she's not a likable character.
Oh, the chick that kills Abby? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Her name's Abby.
Yeah, I think me and Dries have talked about Abby's kind of a cunt.
Yeah, you know what's cool about that game though is the first one, you're a good guy and everybody else is a bad guy, whereas the second one kind of shows
nobody's a good guy.
Right, exactly. It shows that everybody has done terrible things and the consequences from them thinking you're killing the bad guy. Well, the bad guy has like a wife and kids too, and a family and blah 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 blah. That's
So
the
make
idea
sure you
behind it.
kill the bad guy's wife and kids so they don't
Exactly.
come back seeking vengeance.
Exactly. The big downside to the game is like right at the end, you think you're at the end of the game because you just did like 50 hours with the first girl, and then you have to do Abby's story. Like, as you confront Abby to kill her at the end of the game, you have to go do Abby's story, which is another like 20 hours. It's kind of fucking crazy.
Lamp. Tackle. Lamp. Tackle. Bone. Bone.
Bone.
Bone.
Hey guys! I'm going fishing with my dad!
He finally came back from the store for cigarettes.
Unfortunately, boys, Billy's dad.
Jimmy! Jimmy!
Yeah, those old pony cars don't stop like that.
Jimmy, come here. You could have been
Nah.
killed. You know better.
I know!
No, that was about a
No.
70, 71.
You
That
haven't
would have had the
learned
brand new
to see
front disc
and
brakes.
be seen
72.
traffic safety rules
They have
definitely.
anti-lock
that they
brakes
taught
back
you
then?
in school.
Not anti-lock, but they
I
had a
learned them, but...
No.
front disc.
Yeah,
If you
just
had,
with the wires.
you wouldn't have
Or
run
about,
out in front of the car
70
like
odd.
that.
But...
No buts. If that car had
No
hit
buts. That's gay.
you wouldn't
Jimmy.
be able to go fishing tomorrow.
You ought to give that kid a
Forever.
good throttle. Shake the shit out of him.
You could have been killed.
Like this.
You're not responsible.
You deserve this.
You're dead to me, boy. I have no son.
Oh, wait. I got another son that I love
I
more
am
anyway.
too responsible. I just forgot. I know the CNBC rules.
Jimmy, wash your hands. Time to eat.
Mom's kind of hot.
Okay, Mom, coming!
Hey, kid, what time does your dad go to work in the morning?
Well, Jimmy says he knows the safety rules.
Pause.
I
Well.
wonder if he really...
My old Plymouth never talked to me like that.
This is my new fucking sleep paralysis
He
demon. I don't want my car to fucking talk to me. Especially with fucking eyes in a mouth. Like, Jesus fuck, man. Like, what the fuck am I watching?
This is what we had to watch. I'm telling you. And people wonder why people like me are fucked up.
Yeah.
God. Look at this.
Like, this is the worst scenario when it comes to, like, a movie like Christine.
There was government funding for shit like this. Like that last one you saw.
Oh, yeah.
Brought to you by your local Chrysler dealers.
The police department and a school.
Okay,
or-
Jesus
or
fucking,
a school or whatever.
it's looking at me. It's fucking looking at me.
Oh, it's looking into your soul.
I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul.
It's not a fucking Delta 3. I would forgive that. But goddamn, like, this is the worst possessed car ever.
Well, let's watch.
Oh, it's the talking car.
It's just a talking car.
Hey, Alfred Higgins made some damn good
Jimmy.
movies.
Hey, turn off the light
go to sleep.
Okay, Dad.
Okay,
or the car will run you over.
It's already a disappointment.
Get in the goddamn car, Jimmy. We're going for
Thinking
a
about
ride.
stabbing his dad with a fishing pole.
Rules. C means that I must see every car coming towards me.
He's gonna dream of talking cars.
C means that I must see every driver to be sure he sees me.
They thought kids were stupid back then.
I mean, look, it was a different time, folks. Kids were stupid back then.
Jimmy.
Okay, hurry would be fucking spinning this goddamn grave.
God, you're so judgmental, you know? I mean...
Yes, because Hurry was kind of jovial and, you know, like...
Well, that's just that show! It's just a different, you know... This is performance art.
This is
Come on.
This is more like My Mother the Car.
Yeah, can we just watch the video and stop all this judgmental shit? It's starting to make... Maybe you guys are ageist. You know?
We're leftists in name only.
It only gets better, folks.
Okay, that is fucking terrifying. That was not so bad. That was okay.
Don't be frightened. We are your friends.
Too late.
Something like that.
We just
We are
want
your
to be
friends.
sure that you really learned the see and be seen traffic safety rules in school.
I did, Mr. Carr.
But he forgot them.
We'll make sure you never forget again, Jimmy.
I will roll
When
over
they
you
make a
at
mistake,
15
they
miles an hour.
say they forgot when they never knew the
That car threatened the dog!
That car is
In my
possessed by Satan,
time,
it sounds like.
I've seen hundreds of boys
might
just
have gotten the
like
gate.
him. So have I. In my time,
And I ran every damn one of them
most
over.
young boys and
Remember
girls
back
are
in my
good.
time when the old cars
They
used to
know
just run down the kids like
responsibility
grass? I remember that.
Give Jimmy a chance. He shouldn't be allowed out of the house.
He's a menace, I tell ya.
Gentlemen. Jimmy says he knows the see and be seen traffic safety rules.
Jimmy's
Give him
a
a
liar.
chance.
This car just wants to run him over
if
really
he
bad.
really does.
You're caught in a fucking
Jimmy?
lie, Jimmy.
Well, make sure to see and be seen when you cross with a green light.
That's twice this week, Jimmy. You need
any
diapers.
oncoming car. Then you know you can be seen by the driver.
Not always,
Also,
Jimmy.
Also, don't skip to the
You
goddamn
and
crosswalk.
your young friends are not very tall yet. And it can be very hard for a driver to see you.
He's arguably
When
taller
you
than
step
Vaughn.
down into the street,
And
you
J-Man.
can almost disappear.
And Emo.
For sake, we're not talking about them, man.
Even disappear completely.
I wasn't talking about them. Like I'm just saying, like.
I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Do you understand that, Jimmy?
Oh, yes, Mr. Carr. Now I really know why it's important to be seen.
Good. Good.
Good.
What else can you tell us about the see and be seen rules?
Tell us what
Well,
you know.
I always make
Jimmy.
sure to see any hidden car and to be seen by the driver.
What do you mean by a hidden car?
You know, one car that is hidden behind another car. It's like what happened to Susie and her friend. They saw the driver of
Let me guess, the black girl gets
and
in.
he saw them and stopped. So the girl started across, watching to see if other cars might be coming. And sure enough, they saw another car. They saw the driver.
Learn how to read naturally, kid.
But she didn't see them. At least not until the very last second.
Aw, don't kill the black girl.
Excellent. Jimmy seems to know.
I guess it's a horror movie after all.
Forgets. He is in trouble for running into the street.
I did forget just that one time.
That one time could have been your first and last time.
Oh, yes, I know. One day, some of us were playing, and I almost ran into the street.
Horrible. This is. I'm apologizing for this one,
I
folks.
saw the car and stopped right where I was. But the driver didn't.
All right, Jimmy. Is that all you know?
We have ways of
I know
making you
more.
talk, Jimmy.
Then get on with it.
We have ways of making you talk, Jimmy.
Be very careful if cars are making left turns. Sometimes drivers don't see you.
Especially blind drivers.
I know! It's...
And especially to African American girls.
One of them is Asian.
One of them looks
or
Hispanic.
Mexican.
Always be
Yeah, probably.
sure you're seen before you
Get the fuck out of the road!
Jesus Christ, I'm sitting here in traffic. Move it, move it!
I know, you're standing there.
Yo, he's just trying to talk to the toll booth.
No. This boy forgets.
But somebody ought to kick that fucking old car.
Straggler.
Looks like that dog's got the rabies.
Do you
No
ever
shit.
lag behind the group?
Don't ever lag behind the group.
Only once.
This is like shaming the kid, man.
Oh, yeah. Hey, shame is a useful tool.
Hey, Dad!
Yeah, I was running late.
And the driver. I saw his eyes. I could see
What the fuck?
that he saw me. So
Is it a
quick
Ford
as I
Maverick?
could,
Yep.
without
Yeah.
running, I finished crossing. Of
The last
course,
Ford Maverick in
always try
Wisconsin
not to
died
be
in
a
1989.
because you can be seen better when you are part of a large group.
This is all very good. But what about bad weather?
Wait, the kid's out.
Night.
God, the kid just.
Well,
So
we
are
always
these
make
cars
sure
just-
to be extra careful.
Pause for a second.
Bad
It's like they're
weather.
plotting to kill him. I mean,
I know. It's like it's like.
At this
Give the
point,
kid-
are the cars just like dumb shaming this kid?
I know. It's like for the. It's like they're gonna find. It's like, oh, we're gonna find a way. What about this? It's like, damn. It's only a dream, but fuck me.
Ah, come on.
Hook the hose up to the exhaust, Jimmy.
He should be
It's true.
made to feel bad for being stupid. I mean,
Jimmy.
there's not enough shaming goes on in this country anymore. Used to be you were embarrassed to be dumb.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays, fuck, you're all over the internet.
I know. Look at me. I know. Look.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not this dumb.
Well, yeah, well, still dumb nonetheless. I mean, give me credit, folks. You know, I mean,
folks.
I mean, but this is what they would do. You know, and another video. I still got to upload it. Where this kid?
No, you don't need to upload another video because this is fucking depressing.
No, this kid's got these problems, right? And his dad is like going, "You're a worthless bum. You know, you never do anything." And then and the mother's like, "Frank, why are you yelling at the child like that?" He goes, "Because he'll never learn and shit," right? Then it turns out the kid, and in the end, the dad feels like shit. But the entire time, you know, it's just like, God damn, you know, it's like.
At this point, we are listening to fucking cars berate a child, saying you are too dumb to cross the street.
That's right.
Yeah. Trying to find ways to kill the poor fucking kid.
Well, you know what? You want to finish this? I got one more that might be a little bit more.
If the kid really is too dumb to cross the street, it might just be best to let nature take its course.
Look, I got one more. Give me.
And how does nature take its course? Because at this point, I think the cars might just mow through their goddamn house.
Yeah. And remember, folks, I mean, for those of you, sure they're funny. You're like, what the fuck? These were tutorials. These were, okay, I can use this one. This one's called Better Use of Leisure Time.
They're propaganda.
Yeah, and there's another one that I have that I would. It's not that long, but
the movie would have been a lot better if it would have been Jimmy's mom getting interrogated.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I've seen this movie. I've seen this movie before. It was called Christine.
But yeah, just watching this stuff, I love watching this because it's like, I mean, a lot of this was made. I mean, even the majority of this was made before I was even born or when I was a little kid. But we still watch a lot of these in school. Yeah. I mean, and even then they were outdated. And even then we thought, like, why the fuck are they showing us this shit? You know? Because they had a budget for audiovisual films and they wanted to... It was a way for teachers not to have to...
deal with little fuckers for half an hour.
Yeah, it's film day, you know.
Shut up and watch the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Where is it?
The schools got money for making these. The schools that made these got money for making them. The schools that showed them got money for showing them.
What was it? Kind of a payola. But, oh yeah, here we go. This one's called The Outsider.
Uh-oh.
It's not dirty or nothing like that, but this is...
Oh, Young America films.
Oh, yeah.
These are always good.
Yeah.
Say, why don't we just make a party out of it? Okay, let's have it Friday night. Is that okay with everybody? Sure. But what we gonna eat? Junior, all
Quaaludes and the Ovaltine. Shout out for Quaaludes and the Ovaltine.
think I was eating.
Everyone knows Lumpy will eat anything.
No fooling. What are we gonna have to eat? Well, I'll bring some Cokes. Why don't you bring the sandwiches?
Okay, I'll get Mother to make some potato salad. You might as well have the party over at my house.
Swell.
Hey, Marge, don't forget the fucking raisins.
We'll bring the records.
That'll be
Swell. Okay. Well, I gotta go to class now. So long. Bye. Bye.
Aw, no one invited the weird girl.
Susan Jane, what's the matter with you? Why is
She
everyone
sits in
else
the back
having
of the
such a
room
good
eating
time?
Susan Jane.
Clearly, there's something wrong with you, Susan.
Do you look different?
My farts.
Is it some way you act?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Susan?
Cider.
My mom.
I haven't started sucking dick yet. Yeah.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
I know. Oh my! Hey, Jello, I was in a group of people one time.
I got that joke.
And I all of a sudden I went, sometimes my breath smells like cat food. And like 10 people like looked at me like they had to like leave the room or the conversation was over. Type. So yeah, I love that. Just
My
blur.
background tells me to burn things.
Yeah, but just like in a group, sometimes sometimes my breath smells like cat food, and just like look for reactions. Folks, I am not a.
He bit my Wookiee.
I sleep in a drawer.
Different character. Different character.
It's a great fucking line, though. It is a great fucking line.
It's a great fucking line.
Folks,
different character. Same voice.
And it's the exact same fucking voice.
Well, let's find. Come on, let's find out.
That's no longer Ralph Wiggum. That is Kearney.
Let's find out.
Let's bully.
Yeah, let's find out what the fuck's wrong with Susan.
Yeah.
Susan eats her fucking boogers.
The outsider. The one nobody asks.
That's kind of gross, Susan.
She fucked up her food hack.
Golly, this assignment will take us all night. Why don't you come over at my house and we'll work it out together?
Swell, I'll see you about 7.
Okay.
First time lesbian experiences. We were just experimenting.
Are they gonna kiss?
Susan Jane, you make good grades. You could really help them. Why don't they ask you?
Because I'm
Even
going
in things you're good at, why do they make you the outsider?
Because I'm going to kill them all.
Because you look like you're just depressing as hell.
If it hadn't been for what they did in the ninth inning, we'd be okay.
Yeah, but did you see Joe out in center field? Hi, Marcy. Hi, Dan.
Oh, hello, Susan.
Hi, Susan Jane. What do you know? Nothing much. And did you okay if I sit down?
Sure, go ahead.
No,
sit down.
you smell.
Let me tell
Go
you what
away.
this guy said. It's a
Your
scream.
dad's an alcoholic.
Said every one of our teams is said, look at this South. What you folks gonna have?
I remember the first time I heard I yelling when I was in school. And first time years ago, this guy just blurted out. He goes, "Yeah, well, your dad's on welfare." And it was like out of the blue. It was like no, but it was like these guys are. I mean, this was like beyond. I mean, this was a personal thing, right? And it was vicious, but it was personal, right? And they're going at it. They're fighting. They're just a bunch of shit. And this guy just said, "Oh my." As serious as the situation was,
Is Grampy breaking up for anybody else, or is it just me?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, you're roboting a bit there, Grampy.
Dropping the package.
I'm sorry. Really bad.
Like I'm catching like every second word.
Now it's better, it seems like.
Okay.
You might need to hop out for a second, then pop back in. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, it might also be the fact that I'm sharing the.
Yeah, that could be it too. That you got your,
Your Wi-Fi is jammed.
your camera going
Probably.
with the movie and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is like this fucking Susan chick. Like if you ever heard the song like I Don't Like Mondays, that seems like her.
Yeah. She does look like she suck all the fun out of the room.
I just don't like Mondays.
But let's it gets
yeah.
Hi, Jimmy. I want a root beer. A chocolate ice cream cone, please.
That's what I want too, a chocolate ice cream cone.
Oh, I believe I've changed my mind. I want a chocolate ice cream cone, too.
Well, just make up your fucking mind. What do you want? Hey.
Why do the other kids do everything differently? They choose different things. They stick together on everything. Why are you always the one who's out of step? Is there something the matter with you?
Yes.
Take a shower,
Yeah, I know.
Susan.
It's Rattling supposed to be on.
Oh, is it? Good.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you.
What in the world's the matter with her?
I don't know.
Suppose we said something?
We didn't say anything to her. Maybe that's the matter.
She's a funny girl. I don't think she likes us.
She's a funny girl.
With us.
Maybe more than
Spoiler
you think.
alert! Like Susan's parents are on,
Hi, everybody.
mannequin torsos
How flat that.
with their skin.
Terrible. I'm afraid I flunked mine.
Will you? Hi.
Hi, Junior. Figured out what you're gonna eat at the party tonight?
Sure. Make mine a super duper special, will you, Jimmy? Just plenty of everything. That's all I want.
Shut up, you little fat fuck. You'll have a salad.
What's the matter, Marcy?
Oh, nothing. I just don't understand that Susan Jane Smith. We were sitting here eating our ice cream cones, and all of a sudden she just jumps up and leaves. Who's Susan Jane Smith?
Inconsiderate bitch.
That quiet girl in our homeroom. The one who sits in front of Freddie.
Oh, that one. Mousy.
I think she's stuck up. She won't even speak to me, and I sit right behind her.
I don't think she's stuck up.
It's because you're
I
fat.
think she's probably just scared of you.
You're also fat and you're wearing vertical lines.
Me? What for? I don't know anybody that's scared of me.
Hey, I had a shirt like this kid right here. So, I'm just saying.
Okay, so, like, Jello, like, me and you are, like, we're pretty large-sized guys. Vertical lines are not our friend. Jello, you there?
He may or may not be.
I'll bet
No.
that's the trouble.
Vertical lines are slimming. It's the horizontal ones that'll fuck a fat bastard.
I think that girl with the cut-off sleeves there, I think she's got an attitude. I think this kid right here just needs to eat a salad. I mean, just,
Did I say vertical?
Yeah.
I apologize. I meant horizontal.
Well, there you go. It's the least you apologize for this one, Wilson. It's about time you apologize for something.
Wilson's never been afraid to own up to his fuck-ups.
I'm also a little bit drunk.
Yeah.
That's true.
I bet she'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, forget her. Let's all go over to Lewis's and look at television.
Yeah, let's.
Say, how about my super duper special?
Shut up, you fat bastard!
Thank you. You beat me to it.
Wait for me.
Whee!
She's not showing that.
This is where Susan, like, impales her mother, like, with her psychic powers. Like Carrie.
I was thinking maybe she was going to fall in love with her vibrator or something. I don't know. Maybe a hairbrush. I don't know. I was maybe hoping for too much. I don't know.
Susan, I thought I heard you come. Why, Susan, what's the matter?
You dirty
You're gonna
slut.
No, you're going to find out that that's not her real mom. Right? That's her stepmom.
You're not her real mom.
I've told you, Susan, no wire hangers!
No, this is stepmom. It's going to be sexy time now, I hope.
Nothing. Just leave me alone, Mother.
You've been watching too much porn.
I didn't tell you. I'm not your real mom.
Susan Jane, something is the matter, and I want
Oh,
to know
your
what
boyfriend's over.
it is.
I mean, yeah.
Now tell me.
It's no use, Mother.
What are you doing, step bro?
You can't help. I must be different. I just don't fit in.
Why, of course you're different, dear. Everybody is.
No, everybody's not different. Oh, maybe they look different or dress different.
Not
but
everybody's
most people
daddy is their brother.
School seem to belong. They plan parties together and do homework together. And they all choose chocolate ice cream cones.
Chocolate ice cream cones? Why, Susan, that doesn't make sense.
The fuck are you talking about?
We're a vanilla
Something?
family.
If that's it, we can have some of your friends over Friday.
Oh, Mother, you don't understand. Can't you see?
We're
Nobody
dumb,
come to
Mom.
my party. They're having a party of their own. And I'm not in on it. I don't want you to give me,
Show up and
me a
crash
party.
your drunk, Susan.
I want to go to theirs. I want to have fun with them. I want...
Oh, what's the use? Nobody can help me. Not even you.
Here's what you do, Susan. Here's 2
Nobody
fists of vodka.
can help
Go
you,
over to the
Susan
party
Jane.
and pour it in the punch bowl.
Maybe you
You'll be
can.
the hit of the day.
Sometimes it's hard to figure out why things happen the way they do, but sometimes there's a very simple answer.
All right, Grampy,
You
can
were
you,
just
can
standing
you
there
dial
and-
it back like about 20 or 30 seconds?
For what?
I just wanted a close-up of Susan's face. I'm going to make a Simpsons reference.
Maybe you.
Oh, God. You know, I haven't watched The Simpsons since, like, the second season they were ever on. So...
Was it like 25 years ago? Holy
yeah,
shit,
so
dude.
go ahead.
Longer than that. Longer than that.
Well, okay, Phil, go ahead.
The joke was that Susan here is obviously wearing rouge to highlight her cheekbones. The Simpsons joke I'm going to make is that ladies, like, they pinch their cheeks until they bleed.
A lot of women did.
Ladies pinch, whores use rouge.
Oh, okay.
Susan, you are a fucking whore.
Hard to figure out why things happen.
You're brutal as fuck tonight, man.
The way they do, but sometimes there's a very
What am I
simple
not?
answer.
Yeah, right? It's not like it's anything new.
I disagree with Wilson. I think Susan's
You were
problem
just
is she's not
standing
popular.
there in the hall the next day. All
That's what I
alone,
said. Heck,
weren't
go
you?
have a train
The way
run
you
out.
always are.
She'll be popular as shit by
And
one
you
day.
heard the girls talking. You thought they were talking about you.
Oh, no, we can't ask her. She's a creep.
Susan Jane, who's a creep? Who are they talking about?
You said it. She'd willed everything.
Can't you just see her not opening her mouth all evening? Sitting there like a pole. Why can't
Until
be
she
that
spoiled the fucking party, and then she
and the
opened her mouth
clothes
wide
she
open.
wears?
It'd be
Spoiler
different if she
alert,
just put
Susan
herself out
Jane,
a little, but oh,
she
no,
got
she's too
airtight
wrapped
that
up in
night.
herself for that.
Susan Jane, wait a minute. They're not talking about you. But you didn't wait to hear that, did you?
Look, they're still talking about some fucking girl. They're a bunch of bitches by the sounds of
Yeah,
it.
exactly. They're still talking about somebody, you know.
He was a bit.
We
Don't worry
just
about
can't
that.
ask Miss Simpkins to be the
Points if you know what
chaperone of our
airtight it
party.
means.
We've got to get
Yeah, we know
someone
what you
else.
mean, Wilson.
All right, we'll ask Miss Hatfield.
You would, Mudrucker. You fucking
Sure,
perv.
she'd be fun.
Say,
Better
Lois,
own.
why don't we ask Susan Jane Smith to come too?
Why?
Oh, I don't know. It's just that something happened down at the drugstore. I think I told you about it. Maybe she feels the way I did once. Maybe we ought to be a little nicer to her.
Suit yourself. The party's at your house.
I mean, we're like best case scenario. Susan got DP'd.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Hello? Yes, this is Susan Jane.
I'm sorry, I
Marcy?
fucked your daughter to death.
Marcy Clark?
Yes. Say, Susan, we're talking about having a party over here at my house Friday night. Not a real big one, just a bunch of us. Everybody's bringing something to eat.
We want you to bring some of your mom medicine cabinet.
There's a big bucket of pig's
But I
blood with
thought
your
you-
name on it.
Oh, no, I just couldn't.
God damn, what else do you want now?
Jane? Hello? Hello?
Okay, Susan, just remember it's down the road, not across the street.
Susan Jane? Susan Jane, what is it?
I can't go. I just can't do it. They called
What is
me a
wrong with this
creep.
bitch?
They
Now
said
you
I
got
willed
invited.
everything.
Really?
They said all kinds of mean things about me. And now they're inviting me to their party just so they can make fun of me.
This girl's fucking.
Oh, honey, vodka will fix everything.
Right?
Who calls
Yeah, we're
their
from
daughter
Twinkie.
by their first and second name? Susan
Oh,
Jane.
you'd be surprised.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
They do sound
I
kind of
must have said
southern.
something to Susan
When I was a
Jane.
kid, if you got called your middle name,
I don't know
you were
what
in
it
serious
is,
trouble.
but I'm worried.
Marcy, Susan Jane has the idea that you kids were talking about her. She thinks that you invited her to your party just because you felt sorry for her.
Oh, no. May I see her?
Yes, of course.
Talking is
I thought you were talking about me.
But we weren't. We don't even think that about you.
We
Susan
don't
Jane,
think
I
about
wanna
you
be
at
your
all.
friend. Will you come to
We
our
were talking
party?
about that
Yes, I
other
will.
creepy girl.
Gee, you must think I'm pretty silly.
No, because I felt the same way lots of times.
You?
Well, I have. I'll see you Friday. And don't forget to bring the cake.
Airtight.
Everything
It's
was
gonna
so
happen.
simple back.
It's gonna fucking happen. She's
Every-
gonna get fucking
Everything was-
airtighted.
Everything is so simple back then,
I
you
might be
know.
wrong about a lot of other things, too. Sure, I'm different from Marcy and the rest of the kids, but then they're different from each other, too. They make friends easily. Guess I'll have to work hard at it. And I'm going to start working on it right now.
Vanessa Jane is gonna get all holes fucking plugged. All
So
holes.
is that what airtighted means?
Yes.
Okay.
Vag, ass, and mouth.
Well, yeah, I could guess the holes.
Yeah, we get it now, Wilson.
Maybe ears.
Them too.
Sometimes noses.
Yeah.
It depends on what depravity you go into.
I like the wallpaper.
You would.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
The snozberries taste like jizz.
Hold on a second. I was muted. Hopefully, you can understand what I'm saying. God, Wilson, let me get this straight. It was almost crossed the line cancel time when we brought up the Beware of the Gay video, right? Movie, film, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Boys, Ralph the homosexual.
Right. Okay. Now, but that was like, but now you're talking about this poor girl getting plugged in every fucking hole. But at least it's not gay, right?
I don't know her age. I'm hoping she's.
I don't care.
Oh, Grampy, don't say that, man. Like that's weird.
No.
I'm saying like I'm hoping like this is an of age, maybe goth, fangirl that might get airtighted, but you gotta have that addendum like she might be of age.
I feel like this is a.
And that's okay. But Ralph the homosexual video was like way too much. Oh my God, cancel Grampy.
Boys beware.
Wow, I see.
Boys beware. Ralph the homosexual.
Anyway, let's see if let's see if Plain Jane here can become a party favor at the fucking party.
Hang on, like the reason I said like, yeah, you might not want to play that when it brought about the whole message of like homosexuals. They're always on the prowl.
Yeah, they're the same as child molesters too, which is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it did get kind of.
Look, it was a different time. Everybody was stupid then. Apparently, kids had to be yelled at about and run in front of the street. Do you know about lawn dart? Let me tell you about lawn dart.
Apparently they had to get yelled at by cars.
Hit onions right in our goddamn belt loops. It was
all the
style
cars in
of
the
time.
50s talk. Apparently, children back in those days, they had to be talked down to by actual fucking vehicles.
Yeah. Parents and other adults. And that was the thing. Your parents didn't just hit you. The neighbors could hit you. Any adult could just smack your ass.
The neighbor's car, even.
Yeah.
That was the point I was trying to make is when the cars start talking, like, well, you need to make yourself more apparent in the goddamn street because I can't stop. It's not like the pedestrian always has the right of way, but and unless you're gonna put yourself out there, it's not my fucking fault.
Fine, let's see what happens to her at the party. Let's see if she's the belle of the ball.
No,
I know, me
They
too.
invited me, and I'm going. And this time I'm going to try to make them like me.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to fix up.
No.
I'm going to do everything I can to make friends, Mom.
I'm gonna make them like me.
And if they won't like me, I'll bring their skins home.
Well, it's certainly a start, Susan Jane. Yes, I think this may be your chance.
Susan seems like a fucking sociopath.
Well, is everything set for the big feed?
If you mean the party, it's all set.
Shut up, you fat bastard.
I know, there's always got to be a fat kid. You know, okay. Honestly, you don't see a lot of, like, diversity in
Jello, let's just
in a lot of these videos, right? You very seldom see much of you see white kids, right? But you'll always see like a fat kid in every one of these. There'll always be that like stupid fat kid that wants to eat. You know, that's how the fat kids were always, and it makes me sad as a former fat kid.
Okay,
you know?
Jello, like Jello, me and you we just mute.
Anyway, let's find out what happens.
One addition. Marcy's invited Susan Jane Smith.
Susan Jane Smith?
Why her?
Well, why not?
I don't know. I just never thought of her fitting in with us.
Neither did I. But gee, we'll all be there, and if everybody's there, we ought to have a good time. Let's give her a try.
She may not be so bad. We don't even know her. We'll find out.
Bye.
Well, Susan Jane, this is your big moment. The moment.
Too bad she's gonna come home with a ripped dress.
This is your chance to show the gang what you really are. You fix your hair and have on a pretty dress. You've
See
even
if she's ready to take
on
one.
what to do to make people like you, and you've made up your mind not to act like an outsider.
She didn't bring dessert, but she.
But is this
left
enough?
with a cream pie type
Will it
deal.
work? Will you do the right things? Will you say the right things?
Did she use Vagisil?
Will the gang accept you, Susan Jane? Will they do the right things?
Well, God, just the term gang, it's like, oh God, she's in for it.
Well, you don't have to actually wash your vagina with Vagisil, but you need to use the right kind of soap.
I know. I thought of that, and it's like, some people, it's funny because they don't know when to just to shut the fuck up. I mean, but anyway.
Susan Jane,
Yes, Mother?
it's about time for you to go.
She knows she's in for it, too.
She says she's not going. I'm gonna jump through the screen and smack this bitch.
Ooh, her boobs are... Look, she's kind of perky, you can tell. A little revealing, not much, you know.
I mean, look at those fucking bazookas.
Okay, number one. Do you know a boy or girl like Susan Jane?
No.
Does your group ignore boys and girls like her? Folks.
Well,
no.
The answer is no, because everybody in my group ignores girls like Susan Jane. That's ridiculous. Okay. Of course, I don't know anyone like Susan Jane.
Well, like people in our group, like we call people like Susan Jane. We call her Marble Mouth.
Well, okay.
Like I wouldn't fuck her with Grampy's dick and Jillo pushing.
Boy, you're really brutal tonight. I mean,
yes, I am. Like I'm kind of fired up. That's like saying like I wouldn't fuck Shenny's gash.
Come on,
with
look.
Krebs dick and me pushing. Because I don't want to fuck a Sarlacc pit.
I don't know what you're drinking tonight, but it makes you angry, Wilson. I don't like it. Tomorrow night, I want you drinking the stuff that makes you happy.
What's tomorrow night?
I don't know.
I was really, I don't know, doing my best to like literally like stay away from as much of that as literally like possible, and but you know.
No, yeah, I do think I did get a little bit fired up after being on GP's stream, and like that guy, like he makes me like not like Christians.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like actual
and-
Christians.
Oh,
Who's,
and I think this might end with kind of like the same ending as the Crying Game, and that's why she's different.
I have no idea what this is even about. But go ahead.
Well, I know all that there is to know about the Crying Game.
Well, there you go.
That was the same guy that was in Stargate.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, if you've not seen the Crying Game, there's a Wang.
Open your back to open my
Oh, you're not even going to tell us how the party went.
Yeah.
We'll never find out if the fat kid got fed.
I wanted to see if they dumped that bucket of pig's blood on Sally Jean. Susan.
Pretty sure that,
We got one more. We got one
that
more.
kid died of diabetes at 19.
Hey,
Before start without me, I'll be right back. I gotta get something to drink.
Before you do the one more, could you? I'd like to unveil a Billy here. Could I get you to make me big for just a moment? This one's got audio and it's really good.
Where are you at? I'm looking. Oh, hold on.
All right, here we go. Check this one. I gotta turn it up so. I call this
that's
one
Billy,
front,
all right.
Yeah, it's front row Billy. Front row Billy. Thank you.
That's him.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't know he could sing though.
Oh, he's a real talent. Triple threat. Triple threat. That's what they call Billy. Do you need me to do another one?
If you'd like.
I mean, I got more. Did I show you somewhere over the Billy?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Olympus Mons.
No, it's Billy.
Billy is not Polynesian.
I think he's British.
And the potatoes a bit hot. So I only put a little bit on my fork and I blow. Till it's cool, just cool, then into the mouth.
Is that Billy?
That's fucking Billy.
I couldn't tell because I thought that was just a weird gift that you had.
Oh wait, here we go. Here's a good one.
We sit down.
That's not very clear though, is it? They're all Billy and they're all saying a little bottle of water.
I mean, I would like to see you put like Billy on the face of like the British Bulldog. Like, you're a wrestling fan. I get that. I want to see you like put the face of Billy on like an absolute monster.
Like Hacksaw Jim Duggan would be funny.
I think that's actually happened.
I already got that one.
Yeah.
That dumb face.
Oh, Billy Duggan. Oh.
Oh yeah, nice.
I mean, I'd like to see like, you know, Yoko Billy Zono.
I got Snoop Billy.
I mean, you already got Tekashi fucking Billy.
That's Billy 6'9". Where is it? Where's Billy? Here we go. Billy 6'9".
Nope.
Better you should. Oh!
Time. Leisure time. Did you ever stop to think how much leisure time you really have? Some of us put our leisure time to good use. And some of us, Ken Michaels, for example, spend most of our leisure time just moping.
Moping?
If you're putting time
He
to
thinks
good
I'm
use, it's
moping.
not leisure time.
Well, who wouldn't mope? There's nothing to do, nobody's around. You know how it is. I went down to the bowling alley, went over to the drugstore. None of the gang was there. All my friends are busy, so what's for me to do?
Do you suppose Ken has more leisure time than his friends do?
Huh? Well, no, I don't have more time. We all spend about the same amount of time in school, and the rest is leisure time. I've got nothing to do but wait for supper. My friends have more things to do. They're lucky.
Ken's pretty lucky, too.
Sounds
Listen to
like
that.
Ken needs to get a goddamn
All right,
job
bite.
and get
Why am I
stop being a goddamn socialist.
Because you have so much leisure time.
Wilson, turn your
Time
mic
in which
down.
you can do things you enjoy. Time in which you don't have to work.
I don't understand why this 24-year-old
Huh?
is in high school.
Is that good?
Let me show you a few things. Suppose you had lived 100 years ago. What would you have been like? Take a look.
Where? Oh, is that me? Is that what I would have looked like 100 years ago?
Well, perhaps. But now, well, let's look back 100 years again and see someone else.
Who? Hey, that's my dad.
Dad's really old.
Young man, you get off that bed and get to work. After
His
you clean
dad
up the
was
stable,
Abraham
You
Lincoln.
can build some new steps for the back porch. While I work 72 hours a week, no son of mine is going to loaf.
He's got a quill pen.
Hours.
12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Tomorrow morning, young men, you're going out to get a regular job. You can work too and earn your keep.
Not so good, Ken?
I hear the coal mine
Well,
is
let's
hiring.
try another picture. Say about 50 years ago.
Oh, hello, son. Well, say, I've got some new pictures for the stereoscope. We'll look at them tonight. Don't forget about your chores. Have them all done by the time I'm through work. And keep the wood box full.
Boy, how long will you work, Dad?
Why, 10 hours. 10 hours a day, every day except Sunday.
60 hours a week? Boy.
Well, Ken, let's take a look at your father's time as it really is today.
Hi, Dad. You sure don't work as long hours as they used to.
That's right, Ken. It's a wonderful thing to be able to do so much work in so little time. This 40-hour-a-week suits me fine. And some people even work shorter hours nowadays.
Remember to say thank you to
By
the
way,
labor
Ken,
movement for
I'd
having a
like to play a
weekend.
quick round of golf before supper. I think we can work it
These
in.
pussies don't even have kids in the
Then
factory.
later, I'd like to shellac that new bookcase I'm making.
Oh, book
Well,
face.
Ken.
Yes, Dad does enjoy his leisure time. And to think that a few years ago, people didn't have nearly so much time to themselves.
Yes, we've gained a lot of leisure time in the last century or so.
They
All of us.
invented time in the 50s.
Wait a minute. All of us? Mother
Oh
should
yeah,
say
like
that.
Mudbrucker, like
She's
me and
always
you can.
complaining that she
we
doesn't
can
have enough time.
me and
Well, let's
Mudbrucker,
see
like we
about
can highly identify
Can we
with
picture
the
your
40-hour
mother
work
as
week
she might
because
have
that's
been
a
50
thing.
years ago.
Yeah,
Isn't that right, Mudbrucker?
you fucking A right, Marty.
I guess so.
My name's not Marty.
I thought he called you Marnie.
My, that's hard work.
Barney.
It takes so much time, too. But that's woman's lot in life. Scrub clothes, carry water, bake bread, feed the chickens. till time to go to bed.
You hear that, ladies? Come on.
Barefoot and pregnant. That's right. My kind of lady.
Yeah.
I mean,
See, Ken?
Vaughn's Vietnamese women when they come over here eventually.
Come on, can we not talk about people like that tonight? You know, for fuck's sake.
Sorry. I take it back.
About who? Who are we not talking about?
My, this new washer certainly
Nobody.
is a
We're not talking about
time
nobody.
saver. And I
Not
do
talking about
need
nobody.
some
No how.
extra time. Now let's see. I want to do some shopping, but this first.
I got to do some shopping and some sewing, but first, my house is going to get swept away by a tornado.
Yeah, if we've got to bring up, if we got to make comments that include, certain, you know, like Channing and Rev and Von Helton or G-Man or something like that. I know, but it's been going on all fucking night. Sorry.
Grampy, I got a phone call. I got to bounce. But thank you for having me.
No problem.
Hey, take it easy.
Wait a minute. This may be easier work, but it still looks like work.
Oh, well, I have to plan the program for the Women's Club next month. That's one of my favorite activities, you know. It does keep me busy, but, oh, that's not work.
What do you think, Ken?
Well, Mother does have more leisure time now. But still, she's always busy. How does she find so many things to do? How can I find something to do with my extra time?
Get a job.
But for that matter,
Pornhub.
what about you?
OnlyFans.
Are you productive members of society? Or are you useless little fucks?
See how your friends have met that problem.
I told him once my friends were all busy.
Yeah, they all have jobs. They're busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
Oh! Yeah,
They have
doing
nothing to do with their
things.
time.
Yeah,
Maybe this
jobs.
guy's mama's gonna die of
Let's
cancer
see.
and
Hobbies.
he'll all of a sudden
Dave.
get a shitload of
He
money.
was headed that way.
You mean this way? Yes. Dave has a hobby of identifying birds. It's a pleasant way of spending his time, and besides,
The truth
it helps
is,
him with
Dave,
some of
you
his
give a shit
schoolwork.
less about birds.
You
It
can
just
learn
gives them
quite
the
a
excuse to
bit
be
from
wandering
hobbies.
around with a pair of binoculars.
Here's
That's right.
some of his
Spoiler
leisure
alert.
time is spent
Dave
doing
died alone.
part-time work at the bookstore. Along with earning some spending
Yeah,
money,
he ships off
he's getting
porn
experience
books
at
in
helping
plain
later
brown
on.
wrappers.
Yeah.
And Alice is devoting some of her leisure to learning to sew.
New
That's
costumes
something
for a
she'll be
stripper.
glad she did when she's older.
She
And
wants
right
to work
now,
at a
she gets a big kick out of it.
She wants to work in a sweatshop as she grows up.
She might have
Spends some
been
of her
sewing
leisure
the
time,
skin suit
she's
that
learning
Dave.
to play the piano.
Yeah. Dave
She's
collected for
getting a
her.
lot of pleasure from her own accomplishment. And she's acquiring a skill that will help her socially.
I'm
And
learning
some
to
of the fellows
masturbate.
spend their time in group activities that are building them up physically, as well as providing them with a lot of fun.
I'm gonna join the circus.
This is just, that just sounded kind of creepy to me.
That's what they're all.
Well, not creepy, but like, you know, the boys club. We're going to jump around together.
They like gladiator movies.
I'll bet you think I should figure out something to do with my time.
I'm going back to Job
The question
Corps. We're
is,
gonna wrestle
how will I
until
know
the
it's the
first
right
person to get
kind of thing?
direction. They lose.
How will I know I'm using my time well?
Looking at you,
Your
D-Roy.
father mentioned a bookcase he was making, didn't he? Remember how he worked at it last night? Mr. Michaels, you gain 3 important things from your hobby, don't you?
Do I?
Mr. Michaels
All I
doesn't
know
have
is
a
This is
thumb.
a pleasant change from my work, and I'm learning a few things.
He's
Mr.
holding,
Michaels is a
When I
shitty
get more
woodworker.
time,
he's
start
holding
making furniture
sandpaper
for the
jello.
whole
Cut him some slack.
He's got no thumb.
He's got a saw in the background.
Do you see
Don't
now,
trust
Ken?
him.
I think so. A good use of leisure time should give you a change. It should help you learn things, and, well, now I'm not sure about the third.
It's a good idea to have a long-range goal for your leisure time.
Boy, this kid's
activity.
just dumb as a board, huh? I
It
mean,
isn't always
makes
easy
me
to
look like
find
I
a
was
single
smart growing up.
occupation that will give you all 3 values.
then you should have more than one activity?
It does help. Of course, even one thing to do
Hey,
is
Billy,
better
have you ever
than just
tried hanging outside the porn theater?
For instance,
You want to go to
swimming
Coach's
is
house?
a pleasant change, a lot of fun, and a chance to build yourself up physically.
Go swim with the kids.
And what about reading? There's a leisure time activity that will help you learn things you'd like to know about many subjects.
Hey, Billy, would you be willing to introduce another friend of ours by the name of Billy and try to teach him how to read?
Billy doesn't read.
I get it.
Well, that's because he can't.
You know, I took some pictures once.
Oh, God, of what? Yeah, that girl down the street, man. She was, yeah.
Dave let me use his telephoto lens.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a place to sleep.
Oh, here it is. You know?
I've got all the pictures.
Listen, and I think one, and you really, it's why I like you. You have a really good point. And the point is that this film is pointless. It really is. And these, and I don't know how old you are. I don't know what age, and it's not important. But these are movies that they would show you like in health class. We saw a lot. I saw a lot of these as a sophomore in high school. Okay. I forgot the name of the class. It was like hell. It wasn't called sex education because you couldn't call it that, and and you couldn't teach that. But it was as close as they could get without, there was a lot of it. It got really weird.
Are we going to hear the song Goodbye Horses? Because that's the issue that
I
I'm
have
having
no
right
idea
now.
what that reference is.
Like,
even.
I'm waiting for like the fucking scene from
It's
Buffalo
the scene,
Bill.
It's the scene in Silence of the Lambs when dude tucks
Oh.
his penis and dance around in the
No!
club.
No, but that, no.
I'd fuck me.
I get that, but these were movies that I saw as a sophomore in high school about other ones about manners or meet friends. There's so many of them out there, and this is why I wanted to share, because so many people don't understand the shit that people used to have.
Look
when they talk about the education system, and they go, oh, a lot of our, they don't do what they used to do in schools and shit. They used to show us films like this, or a lot of the history stuff too. Walter Cronkite's You Were There. Those were taught in like history class or shown, or just all sorts of like useless.
But it wasn't useless though, because we didn't. Grampy, do you remember growing up with people like Rev or what's that Mario guy, that Luigi guy, right? These two guys that obviously were never trained by their parents how to eat, right. I mean, there's something to be said for playing these movies. I know you don't want to talk about Rev, but you've seen the dude eat, right?
Right.
It's an amazing thing. Someone never slapped his hands for acting like an animal at the table.
I'm gonna eat my entire fingers.
I think a generation or two after me could have probably still used some of these fucking old movies. Okay, now, granted, no one ever needed Beware Boys, Ralph the Homosexual. That one wasn't necessary.
But there's a lot. But there's another one. There's another one called Beware the Gay. There's God. Wait, I'm gonna try to and hopefully
please find that find that video and make the thumbnail emo.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Well, I'm just saying,
you're really not getting the point tonight, are you?
Well, I kind of am, but I'm just saying.
No, you're really not.
I'm sorry.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Wilson.
I should be.
But you're probably not.
I don't like being scolded by Grampy.
Well, I've been look, I started all this because I'd like to really seriously, except for look, I get it. Like I said, and I'm gonna say this one more time, I get it. I never say never. Jello, you're right, absolutely. Never say never, right? Never say. I'll never that I'm not gonna make a comment about Shanny and Rev. I can't say I won't because Rev's always saying something stupid, so you can't say you'll never. But same thing with Von Helton, right? I hope his fucking feet fall off. I hope he becomes homeless. Other than that, at this point, and I know never say never, but at this point, even with Stinky, I could give 2 fucks less. Same thing with Emo. If he wants to come here, if he's gonna go to Boston, let me know because I will go. I that will happen. I guarantee it. But other than that, like these, it's got nothing to do with Shanny and Rev. It's got nothing to do with, I'm, and I've asked 3 times, just don't just, and you
don't pollute the sanctity of Ken's movie with Shanny and Rev.
Yeah. Jesus. And I think everybody's pretty, for the most part, it's been, but Wilson, I get it. You drink a lot, and sometimes you say things that maybe later or in retro, maybe you didn't want to say or you shouldn't have said or you're sorry for, but you're yeah, exactly. We're doing that. We're doing what Billy and Jello are doing right now on the screen. And it's just slow down, dude. Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
Can we watch? I want to find out what happens because, folks, honestly, I haven't watched the end of this yet. So I honestly don't know what actually happens in the end. So I'm just as excited about this as you.
You ought to make a good hobby for me. Yeah. Might even want to make a business out of it someday.
With a camera.
Thanks.
But I know some girls.
Well, what about it? Will photography give Ken a change? Can he learn while doing it and perhaps prepare himself for better living? Will he have a long-range goal to give him satisfaction?
It was guys like Ken that got Betty Page her start.
No shit.
Some good uses for your leisure time. Will you let time slip away from you? Or will you use it well?
Wow. Movies like that, it's why a lot of people slept in high school because they would show shit like that. If it was movie day, folks, a lot of times when they would play these, you knew you could at least get a nap, if you were working a job when you were in school, and hey, stayed out late, with a date or whatever the fuck, and if it was movie day the next day in third period, man, oh, God. Oh, I thought I heard a snore. But
I went to high school in the 90s, and I had a job when I was 15. I was only working part-time. You can still get a job at 15, 16 nowadays, can't you?
Yeah, 15. I was running the 50-head dairy herd.
I had a paper route when I was 10.
That's what I learned, how to artificially inseminate a cow.
Jesus.
On a paper route?
No.
Grampy's paper route.
Hey, you know what? It was an educational paper route too. I got to tell you, we learned a lot of things. No.
Where the fuck were you throwing those goddamn newspapers, Mudburger?
Hey, man, it's a secret, man.
I was helping Grampy on his route, man, and shit just happened. I know I owe you $2, little boy. Would you give me a chance to work it off?
You know, I got to tell you though, I used to go out like on my bicycle, and we lived in this Navy house. All the families were in the Navy, so people were up early, okay? And everybody had dogs. Everybody's houses were the same, these yards. And we used to have to ride down the alleys, as they were, on our bicycles delivering the paper in the morning, because was the doors that you delivered it to. And I remember this one alley. These people had these dogs, right? These two dogs. And the fences weren't high. You couldn't build your own fence. You could have a dog, but the fences couldn't be, they were all like very short, for like dogs. And a lot of people, they had their dogs chained up, things like that. This one morning, man, this lady's two dogs got out, right, and were chasing me down the fucking alley, right? I'm like 11, 10 years old, something like that, on my bicycle, like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm telling you, seriously. With these two dogs nipping and biting at my feet when I'm trying to pedal my bicycle down the fucking road, letting out this fucking yell that, it's one of those, yeah, just like, like this going down the fucking alley and shit, these dogs. And later on I found these dogs had actually like bitten into my pant leg, I'm
still waiting for the footage of a fucking Mudbrucker on his fucking paper route.
Well, I was helping Grampy on his paper route. That's
I mean, just like over the shoulder, not even looking, just fluties it right into a cow's uterus.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, that's how you. That's what happens when you throwing papers out in the out in the country. Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah, you need a pretty good arm. The house is quite a ways back from the road.
Yeah. We always tried. We did our best to get the paper on the porch, as close to the house as possible. And if it went into the bushes, you'd hear about it, because if not, you wouldn't get your $1 every month. I sold everything door to door. When I was a kid, I used to sell greeting cards. I actually had, check this out, when I was in the 6th grade, I was trying to be an entrepreneur. I was going to I tried the greeting cards, the whole bit like that the kids used to do. But I actually had a bit of a niche when I was in the 6th grade. I had a TV guide route. Okay? Ooh. I used to go around door to door every fucking week, right? I would get like 50, I believe it was like 50 TV guides mailed to me every week. I had to give them, I forgot what, okay, you figure this is probably 1971, something like that. So now, so if I'm making $5, okay, or $3, you have to understand that there was a difference, back then. But yeah, I went around and sold the TV guide. I walked to every door. I was introduced, and I sold a lot of them for a while. It was about a year, almost a year, where I could sell up. At one point, I was selling like 75 a week. And then, people would pay, but in today's money, I wasn't making shit. But, I was introduced to so many things in my life during that time that were firsts for me. That was the first time I ever saw a grown woman naked with an open, except for with an open robe. There wasn't like a grandma looking thing coming around the corner unexpectedly. And so I was exposed. I was exposed to a lot of things during that time. just knocking on people's doors back then. You know, you'd be surprised the way people would come to the door. Saw a lot of naked people, like people of both sexes, right? Like in their underwear with their robe on. They would just like open the door sometimes. Today that would be considered like, and it was weird, you know, because it can be awkward. But I used to see that all the time. Not all the time, but it was. I saw a lot of different shit, man.
Enough to keep Grampy interested in his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like I told a buddy of mine
Keep
one
delivering
time,
those papers.
I saw this lady today, man. All she had on was her bathrobe, man. It wasn't even fucking pulled up or nothing like that. He goes, it wasn't tied up or nothing? Or, okay, we weren't in the country.
I mean,
yeah,
imagine if you were a pizza man.
Yeah.
I was like I was like I don't want to say, the most popular kid at school one day, but like for that brief moment, I was the kid that saw like almost a whole naked lady. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that was like
imagine if Grampy was a pull man. How many 70s pornos would have been made off him?
No.
Hey, everybody, I got to jet. My old lady needs me to put her down and stuff, and thank you for letting me unveil Billy. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, you got to put her down. Did she break a leg?
No, that's my job.
Oh.
I think it's a different term of put her down.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. I got to go lay her down by the fire. Y'all have a good night.
You too, bye.
On that note, I also do have to get out of here because I think I've made a bit too much of an ass of myself.
Well, if you're gonna make an ass of yourself, why not? I mean, it's not like as many people. I mean, if you would have done it on the Geek Room, I think more people would have seen it. So if you had to do it, I guess it had to be like during this one. So,
but I've also been awake since like 5 o'clock this morning.
Oh, wow, we're making excuses.
God damn it, Grampy.
Yeah, I know, I get it.
There's really no point in doing a half-assed job of making an ass of yourself.
Hey, before you leave, I got to tell you this one more time. During that same period in time, okay, when I had that TV guide route, I and my friend were also, we were the two kids that got to the privilege of putting up the flag every day at the flagpole. Okay? Now, I'm a dumb kid, a little bit like that. Our thing is, put the flag up the pole every morning, the California flag, or, the whole, there was two of them, the California flag, and then, the whole thing. Anyway, so, I didn't know, nor did my friend for that matter, so I wasn't the only one. I didn't know which way exactly the flag had to go up on the pole. I mean, so one day, my friend and I apparently put the United States flag upside down at the flagpole at our school.
That doesn't shock me.
And and went to class, and we get called back. We go to the office, right? And the police are there. We didn't know that was like a sign of distress or something.
Yeah, it's kind of a signal.
Yeah, we didn't know that, right? I didn't know. I'm like 11, 12 years old. I'd never been, I didn't learn shit I didn't know. We just thought flag went up, one way or the other, it's up, Oh, shit, it's going upside down. That's okay, it's up. That was pretty much it. So, yeah, we had to...
Oddly enough, I can share a very similar story to that. The idiots that were in my fucking freshman year high school that were in ROTC did the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize... when I realized how many police, what that had literally triggered, if it would have been like today's time, it would have been like on the news within like 5 minutes before anybody got there, because somebody would have reported it. All hell would have fucking broke loose and shit. And we were just like, we didn't know, you know. Back then, it took about, I think it actually took about, they said it took about 30 minutes probably for somebody to really notice it. Because it just, you know, you don't, you know, you're looking around, whatever, you know. But they said it took about 30 minutes for somebody to notice it. And it probably took another, like, you know, took a little bit long. I don't know how long it took to get there.
Yeah, like my freshman year in high school, it probably took about an hour. My sophomore year in high school, that probably would have taken about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Because my sophomore year in high school was the year that Columbine happened.
Well, we're talking like 1971. So
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, like, there was a very stark contrast. You know, like we started having lockdown drills after my sophomore year in high school.
Yeah. We used to have earthquake drills. They used to make us get underneath those little desk chairs and go, "Hey, this is going to protect you." You know, this is, you know.
Yeah, the lockdown drills were basically just lock the door, turn the lights off.
Oh, I've been in those.
Wall.
Yep.
Pray to God pray the guy isn't wearing a. Pray to God the guy isn't wearing a trench coat and wielding a Uzi.
That is true.
Well, yeah, I do have to bid my merry way. Grampy, love you. Mudbrocker,
he left.
Hate you.
Yeah. Well, we will talk to you later. Hopefully, you feel okay tomorrow when you wake up and everything like that.
No, tomorrow's my day off.
Tomorrow's your day off, so at least you'll get a chance to sleep for whatever. But, ladies and gentlemen, I hope at some point tonight. Hey, Mud.
I got thrown out for some reason.
Oh, I didn't do it.
No, just StreamYard kicked me for.
So, I mean, let me ask you a question, and it's getting late and everything. What do you think about like I mean tonight it probably, and this is what I wanted to talk to you about earlier, kind of this type of thing, not with like 5 people in the room and like really Junk Wilson and like without.
Are we still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
And without and like I said, I get it, right? Like I said, I never say never and stuff like that. There's a time and stuff like that, but like just watching some of these movies like this, right? And I know I don't have the best equipment and stuff like that, and but anyway,
it was a good time.
Yeah, watching a lot of those movies because they're fun to watch, and what I don't like, I hate when people try to put like, well, these days, when they take it for something it's not, it's or when they get, you're
gonna get some of that regardless, though. Yeah, just for the sake of comparison.
Yeah, but I mean, like with the mental health, the only time I ever heard about mental health when I was a kid was like, for good mental health, you stay active, you stay, you do the, that'll keep you sharp, keep you whatever, because you don't want to be slow,
Physical activity for good mental hygiene.
Yeah, and that was pretty much what you got, It had nothing to do with, how the kids actually feel. Like when the kids, when a kid would have like a problem, the first thing you would do is like, well, you go tell somebody, right? Well, the first thing that they have to do, they're going to do is tell the parents or tell the problem, to the communications were different back then, and that's why a lot of things were never addressed, or if they were addressed, they were squelched because they would talk to the wrong people, like Billy's being, something's happened to Billy at home. Well, let's go talk to Billy's parents, right?
Yeah.
Well, Billy's parents are, Billy, he's a wild kid, he's always running at the mouth, he just doesn't know how to behave. And, what, I'm allowed to discipline my son when he does shit like that, And they go, well, that's right, what goes on, man's allowed to discipline his kid or something like that. But then not understanding that your definition of discipline or whatever, and even if it's not, it's perverted, then sort of sick. But it isn't like it's different than a lot of people, So when people would say, what goes on behind closed doors, is nobody's business. When it came to that, man's house is his castle type shit, that right there shielded so much shit, because it was nobody's business. So if you told somebody, nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
And that's how things like that, they would say, oh, go talk to somebody, but they never like addressed like anything after that. They acknowledged, hey, whatever, but nothing was ever addressed. A lot of kids were told, and I was one of them, for certain things, that if it wasn't something physical that was causing this problem, that I was going to get it when I got home.
Yeah.
And you're freaking out because you don't know why this is happening. You don't know that this, and so you're freaking out, right? You're not going to tell the doctor because, you don't understand why you're, and I think my mother actually said that to the doctor. I want to know if it's not physical, we're going to take care of him when we get home. Shit like that. And documentaries like that, prove it, It's like, sure, there's a problem, but if you talk about it, then everybody knows and they get to humiliate you. But,
quit your sniveling, boy.
Oh, yeah. I was watching some of those. Holy shit. Some of these, it's like you almost have flashbacks of being a kid. It's like where the father's like, you dumb boy, you do it is. And some of these can be triggering almost. And they're watching them, or they're fun to watch, And I enjoy watching with people sometimes. And well, Ann Kennedy, thank you for watching. It's been goofy for sure. That's right, Carnivus. Gonna get some sleep. It's 11:30 at night. But anyway, no, I wanted to do some more of these and stuff, and I was gonna see if you. And I asked somebody else. I was like, look, the reason I asked you is because you know how to like respond to something briefly. Like add to a movie, like instead of like just and hopefully I'm trying my best like to like not comment as long or as much because sometimes watching them is like there's a point where you can say something or I don't know or you can talk under a really I don't know but.
Oh, you're gonna get sidetracked every now and then. About weird shit on these things. But yeah, this is a hoot.
Yeah, I mean it's something different, It just I thought it gets people away from it gets somebody away from just fucking mindless shit that's that goes on,
Yeah, we gotta try and find the rest of that fucking movie where Ma catches a kid. It feels good, doesn't it, Timmy?
What is the name of that?
Oh Christ! I know I sent it to you once.
No, you sent me the clip.
Yeah, that's all I could find. I blundered across the clip somewhere, and
I remember there used to be these.
Well, Oh yeah, these
really the video, really horrible.
The really fucking weird ones. The changes in your body you're experiencing now. Fuck, man, those were just too much.
Are you masturbating, Johnny? That's okay. You know, your father masturbates sometimes. I mean, you would hear some of these, and they, I don't know who got to see those, or
they might have been a little
how they were distributed or something like that. But I guess when they were, it had to be sometime pre-AIDS because.
Probably mid 70s or something. Like that, you know?
and they were because some of them were almost as bad as not because of there was no nudity but done almost as badly as really horrible 8mm 70s porn.
Yeah.
It just you know, Johnny, I think all boys at your age at some point realize that they have a penis. Oh, shit. Somewhere. Oh, God. I saw a bunch of them. Oh, shit.
You got me hacking and coughing now.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I've only had a couple cigarettes during this whole thing, which is actually really good for me. But some of the sex education movies they showed. When I was in the 6th grade, they showed us this movie that, and honestly, when I was 12 years old, I didn't know what sex was. I seriously didn't. But they showed us this movie that confused a lot of us, right? And they were talking about how and basically they showed that it was like it's hard to explain, but it was like they insert the penis into the vagina, right, type thing, right? And we're all going, what the fuck? Like, huh? All this stuff. And so and the way it was described to us, it was like, no, there's no fucking way. I mean, there was no emotion. There was no, it was, and anyway, so the next day, I think it was the next day at school, they actually caught this boy and this girl in the broom closet, right? Both of them with their pants down, right? Yeah. Standing there, and their underwear, standing there hugging each other, right?
Yeah.
That's how confused it was for some of the kids in our fucking class. I mean, because we didn't know it was nothing, all of a sudden they're talking about, things like this, and we're confused, like last period we're outside playing softball, or something, and now they're like, it's like, well, the boys get to watch these films, and the girls get to watch these films, and holy shit. Play me, please. What is that? Oh shoot! I'm on the ABC Sex Education for Trainable 75. I'm not on the YouTube side. Hold on a second. Let me.
Well, if it's only 34 seconds, we'll be okay then. Yeah, I'll have to put a little time in, in our leisure time, find something constructive to do and find old sex ed and educational films from the 50s, 60s, and 70s for fun and mockery on the Grampy Lobster channel. If you're looking for a hobby, that would be a good one. It'd be a productive use of otherwise wasted leisure time. I mean, after all, you could be working 14 hours a day, 9 days a week.
Oh, God. Holy shit. That I don't have the file for this. I'm taking it off of YouTube. Okay, and I got headphones on. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to watch this, okay? And Adam also has the link in the side chat. So there's no excuse for you not to hear this and see this, but I really okay. God damn it. One of these days I'm going to do this right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, shit. It's running slow. Anyway, boom. Here we go. Folks, turn this up. This is Eyewitness News, WEHT, WTVW. This has to go. Hopefully you can hear this. If you can't, there you go. Folks, I hopefully you can hear that. I don't know if you could or not.
I could barely hear it, but the subtitles were a hoot.
Yeah, watch the video. It's, oh my God. She
burned down
the house fire. Yeah, and a whole collection of oatmeal pies, was the loot. I mean, because oatmeal pies.
Burn the house to cover your tracks.
Folks, goddamn. Little Debbie's and stuff. Oh, man. And you know what? People will steal anything, I mean, I'm done. I really am. Oh, jeez. This seriously didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to turn out.
I went pretty good.
Yeah, I think next time, I'd like to. Oh, I think it would be a lot easier with like a couple of people, like 3 max, right? Three, like just max, like shooting on these videos and just like not over talking, but like commenting a little bit. You're good at that, I can be at times. I understand, I understand Wilson, he gets carried away sometimes, like I get carried away sometimes and whatever like that and everything, but so I kind of let him, plus it's Wilson, and he's it's like Buck, sometimes you just got to let Buck go till he runs out, yell at him a couple times and or whatever, they like it, but something different. I mean, seriously, I'm, like I don't know. I just wanted to have fun. I just want to, like talk about other shit. There's a lot of other shit. I mean, old shit. That.
Well, we'll have to make it a thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna do some serial research tonight. I've got, what? There's a lot of things that I have weaknesses for, and when times are tough, Now you're gonna laugh at me. If some people are gonna say, "Grampy, Jesus Christ, this is just But my wife, like certain things cheer me up. Certain things keep me. And everybody knows I love chocolate. The whole thing like that. But my wife knows how much I love chocolate and how I like chocolate. And one of the things that she learned really, really early in our relationship is I have a weakness. Now, don't laugh, people, but for these chocolate pies. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking kidding you. All right.
Do you microwave them a little bit first?
No.
They're pretty good like that.
Yeah. But she'll get like the app, or she'll go, all I could get was this or that and everything, but or they didn't have the chocolate, but I just, oh man, I gotta tell you, I probably destroyed two, because she knows right now that I'm really having a hard time, like having to make my own coffee and things like that. And
you can usually get them for like $3 for $1. Shit.
Oh yeah, right. And they're like, "Ooh, those are just really shitty pies." They're fucking good. I don't give a shit what anybody says. And she'll come back and it's like, "I brought you some chocolate pies," and I don't know. They always make me smile. But that's right, nostalgia. Thanks, Adamy. But oh yeah, Little Debbie snack cakes, dude. There's certain Little Debbie snack cakes, man, or something.
Yeah.
Like or those honey buns or something. They're cheap little fucking snacks and stuff.
Yeah.
And or those little donuts I eat sometimes. I love them fucking things.
Them little waxy chocolate donuts.
Yeah. They get a bad rap. I gotta tell you.
That little waxy bastards in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, geez. You know how many fucking times I've had that for fucking lunch?
Yeah.
Oh, god damn, yeah. It's like, this stuff's not healthy for you. It's not meant to be healthy at that particular fucking moment, Oh, fuck. So I get, oh, jeez. I understand the whole eating healthier, and I understand why people eat healthy, right? I try, admittedly not very hard, to eat like really healthy all the time. But what I mean, okay, by not healthy, I don't mean, just complete shit, but, oh God, when you're cooking for one, who wants to cut a whole goddamn pig apart,
Yeah.
So, some things are, more convenient and things like that, but some people on the internet, like that guy Warren, oh, for fuck's sake, when you watch him cook, that's the thing about him. I understand the guy's he's just a fucking weird creep, he's like, the whole thing. But to think about what he does to food, right? He makes what Cobes makes look good. I mean, he just in a public toaster oven.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not his own toaster oven. In a public toaster oven, the shit that he does to food and the damage he does to it. It's like, why does this guy have privileges like this to do what he does? I mean, he had, what was it, a steak or some shit?
Yeah.
Didn't he have he had like, what was it, a porterhouse or some shit? Or I don't know, a ribeye or... He had something. He had a piece of beef, right? He had a piece of beef on that thing. And what he did to that thing was fucking, criminal. You know what I mean? Worse than what Cobes would do.
Yeah.
It just...
Cobes usually just piles together a bunch of shit that don't really go together,
Yeah, this guy just goes, fuck it. That sriracha mayonnaise shit, Well, I've had stuff like that, like with some roast beef, or at times, a little spice or something. He uses that as like almost like a sauce or a topping,
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, horrible shit, horrible shit.
But hey, do you have a Western dressing where you are? It's a French dressing, salad dressing.
Oh yeah, it's someplace I think we used to call it Catalina. Is that like Catalina?
Not quite. It's a French dressing. It's red, kind of thick, kind of a little sweet, little tang. It's pretty, fairly decent shit. It's a bit thicker if you order in a restaurant and say French dressing on your salad.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that, a little bit thicker usually.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Anyway, you take that and a couple of good spoons of horseradish, makes a fuck of a good dipping sauce for a lot of things.
Oh yeah,
especially like pork or venison.
Yeah,
it's real fucking good. But yeah, I mean, just smearing sriracha mayonnaise on everything, no.
He was putting pickles on stuff and then putting it in the oven and just like going,
yeah, he had the fucking tomatoes with the cheese on them that he roasted next to the steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Oh, God, people like that. I mean, when Cobes did it, it was funny because when he's cooking, it's kind of funny,
Yeah.
And even, but like watching, I guess it's more the personality thing because you already know that the Wern's like just
Yeah, Cobes is just a weird little stoner kid who don't know any better.
He's helpless. I mean, he's and Wern is a guy that thinks that his cooking skill. He thinks because he's an uncle, and that he can tolerate kids.
Yeah,
would make him a good father.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why.
Hey, my brother's kids like me.
Yeah, okay.
Why aren't you at their house, man? Why aren't you visiting? I mean, I have blasted with Cobes once. Yeah, I was in Cobes' room once, with Courtney? Yeah, she invited me in. I got to talk to Cobes. It was a top 10. It was a top 10 moment in my YouTube life. I still got to admit. I mean, that and oh God, I got. I'll tell you this when we go off the air.
All right.
I just remembered something. But anyway, and that's what we're about to do, folks. We got 11 people. I'd like to thank everybody. We've had a good time. I think for a first run for this, pilot episode, whatever you want to call it, I don't think we did too bad. And we're gonna find more. And if you'd like to, offer me some, if you'd like to talk, if you'd like to suggest, that's the word I'm looking for, folks. It's let me know, contact me, the Fun Brigade Discord. Try to folks, you gotta have something, you gotta have something else to laugh at, you gotta have something else to talk about. It's a side hustle, folks, probably gonna make some copyright problems with these sometimes, maybe, I don't know. My channel will never, I seriously doubt my channel will ever get monetized. It's just not the way, I don't know that I've some of the videos that I've uploaded don't come with commercials. Some do come with commercials. I upload them if there's problems with them. Well, 27, that'll just add. So the fact that it's taken over 2 months for them to, I've realized that so if you'd like to support this stream in any way, shape, or form, folks, thank you so much. Subscribe, We have a PayPal, we have Patreon, we have merch, folks. We've still got masks available. We've got T-shirts, we've got coffee mugs that are actually, you know what? These coffee mugs are actually smashable if you want to. If you buy one of my coffee, if you buy my merchandise and you decide one day that you just want to smash the coffee cup or destroy whatever piece of merchandise you bought from me, well, thank you very much. I still appreciate your business. Still count it too. But anyway, so from here, like I said, we're back. We've collaborated once again with the Clam Shack and Chili House here at the Hot Wiener Emporium. So we're expanding. We broadened our horizons. We actually smartened up for, I don't know what happened. Somehow we realized that we were able to do some things tonight, folks, that we didn't know we were able to do. And other things that are involved that I actually found out, folks. I actually have like a hidden built-in like green screen. Not actually a green screen thing, but I can make myself, there's a different, it's fun, folks. And I've had a lot of fun like with you tonight. And but it's time. It's you know what? It's what is it? Tuesday morning now. It's midnight. Go to sleep, or go to somebody's up live. Maybe Rick Zilla might be having a live stream right now. Well, if you go there, you'll probably. I don't want to say you'll be the only one because then he'll go. Well, you know what, Grampy Lobster? Nobody watches your streams either. But I'm just busting his balls. But Adam Tubian, Solar, always glad to see you, sir. Everybody, Mud, you're a champion, buddy. And you guys, we'll talk to you later. Take it.